pretty sure Weirdly Distorted is like the subtitle of Tabletop Simulator Super Fine.
True. You know what? I respect it. I didn't feel like changing it because I didn't think it was that big a deal anyway.
Yeah,
Um,
well, I mean, I have to do the Turtle Pope deck. I kind of have
that's why I made that the one on the other side of me.
to.
The obviously you're next to me instead of across from me, but
Oh yes, I'd better switch to gold.
it's fine.
The best color.
So the deck I was playing before has the Rykard
Mhm,
sleeves, and the deck you were
mhm.
playing before has the Dog Pope sleeves. Um, let's see.
He does
Okay,
kind of look like a dog here.
a little puppy. Um,
Okay, so is this a new deck, or is this okay? This looks like the same one.
I did not have enough time to. Um, so that one's exactly the same except for balance changes.
Okay,
And same thing with the one I'm messing with. There are balance changes to both our decks. However,
okay.
over on the side here are
Hmm.
extra cards I was able to get into the game.
Oh, sideboard.
I realized also that I couldn't just put a lot of them in without giving them backs if you wanted to use them. Because here's the
Hmm.
problem with what I do is since I don't import them entire decks at a time because I'd have to be able to put them on like a one image thing, which is actually a lot of hassle with the way I do this. Bringing
Hmm.
them in one at a time is easier, but it also means
Oh.
like the backs I have to put in the back for them, so they're
Hmm.
kind of tied to decks. If I wanted to play
Hmm.
one of the cards you have over here, I could. I just have to switch what back it's using, which is going to take
Okay.
time. These are also
Well,
this. Oh, go ahead.
you know what? If you do, so you're saying that you have like a just one PNG for each card right now?
Yeah.
If you want, like, if you want to do a tutorial on screen on stream, I can show you how to put them all into a deck. A deck. It's very easy, actually.
Uh, sure. Yeah. Not yet. Not till I was going to explain what
Okay,
I've
okay.
got going on now, and then absolutely. So these 24 cards right here are all the cards. These are 24 different cards that I can, or that you can exchange cards in your current deck with.
Mhm.
These are
Okay,
all the one of copies, but most of them have higher maxes than one, so you could mess around with them.
okay. I should
These
probably.
are tokens in a way.
Oh,
Tokens
okay.
aren't tokens in this game though.
Oh, they're obscure.
They're called obscure, and they have maxes. And like in Yu-Gi-Oh, you have an extra deck, or in this game, it's called an obscure deck.
Mhm.
You have a maximum of 20 cards that you can have in your obscure deck. Now, we don't have that many right now because I haven't put enough of the cards in the game for it to matter. But, so you have four different obscure cards that you have can bring into the game. This one has a max of 9, this one has a max of 9, this one has a max of 6, and this one has a max of 6. So you can't even
Okay,
play their full maxes right now because
okay.
you can only have 20 different or 20 total obscure cards. I didn't get enough time to make enough cards that I could change out in my deck, so I only have 3 cards I could put in my deck and 3 obscure cards. I only put in cards that make obscure cards so that I
Mhm.
could show the mechanic. Um, but these are the 3 different cards that can be made from these cards. But I'm pretty sure I could still get 20. So 6, 3, 9. No, 18. So the maximum I can get is 18. But still, close enough.
Okay.
Does
I
it make
always wanted to
sense?
play an obscure deck.
Obscura.
So we can just like, do we switch them out like between games or?
No, I'll show you. So obscure is like they come into the game like tokens.
Hmm.
I'm using this as an example here. This is the Godsworn Academy, and it
Hmm.
has Justify, which is a mechanic, but then it also has play, acquire a Zudic Crusader card and shuffle it into your deck.
Oh, so
So
it's kind of
acquire,
like alchemy.
kind of, yeah, kind of. Yeah, actually, that's the best. That's a very good comparison. The
But
only
better,
difference
but
is,
better, so much
yeah,
better.
you have to, yeah, you have to have the cards in your deck, in your obscure deck, though. So
Okay.
like if I've somehow played and replayed this Godsworn Academy like 3 times, on the fourth time I can't get a Zudic Crusader because I can only have a
Uh,
max of 3. and I have to
Okay.
have them still left in my obscure deck to do it.
Okay.
Um, so that's essentially how it works. This one shuffles it into my deck. This guy, if it doesn't say where you put it, it just says acquire an Ocean Soul card like this one does. You just put it in your hand.
Okay.
So the normal way to get obscure cards is a card will acquire it, which means put it in your hand. If it puts it somewhere else, it'll specify that.
Okay. So I must have stuff in here that
Yeah,
lets me acquire things, right?
yeah. So this guy, oops, not that guy. This guy, that guy, this one, this one. There's four of them.
Okay.
Not this one.
Now I
This one.
remember last time. I don't
This.
think I want gods in this deck because I have what's it called?
Uh oh, you're missing a card. Hold on.
Oh,
No, you're fine. I should be able to grab it.
I lost one already.
Um, let me
Because
just.
I've been addiction, but I guess it's still pretty unlikely. I think I might have just
Oh,
gotten them
read
lucky.
it. It's changed. It doesn't work the same anymore.
Ooh,
Did I just copy a whole stack of cards? Oops.
okay,
Didn't mean
I
to do
like it. Okay,
that.
no
Yeah,
longer r
it's
slash atheist.
exactly.
We
I
can
think
have
it.
gods
I
now.
think it works a lot better now. It'll play smoother, and you can play in a deck that's still trying to be a little bit more specific
Yeah,
about what
it's
it has.
let's random.
Yeah. Let me see. What is it called? Liberate. Liberate. Where's it at? Liberate. Where is it? Did I never? Okay, one moment. I have to go get the card. I'm very stupid, small brained. Okay.
I'll show you
Uh,
how to do the whole deck sheet stuff at the end if you want.
shit. Did I never save Liberate? Oh
What?
my god. Hold on.
We're just gonna have to break out the marker.
Let's see. Do we have a history? Where's the history on this? History. Oh, there it is. Hold on. Oh, there it is. Okay, right here. Liberate. Save PSD. I cannot believe I forgot to do that. You have a card that you should have a fifth obscure card you can have called
Um,
the card Jerikai makes the card Liberate, and
no,
I forgot to export it from the program I was using. Let me get it for you. Waiting. Import. There you go. That should be an obscure card. Yes. Okay.
okay. So do I just decide what to switch in from these right now?
If you want to, or we could just play and we could figure it out later. It's up to you. We don't have. I'm under
Okay.
no pressure or
Um,
rush.
let's see.
In the middle here, also I have the scholars, but
Oh yeah, we had those.
we can't really use all of them yet because we don't have enough
That's
cards for
true.
some of them. So we can use most of them except for the librarian, pretty much. Let me look. I want to make sure. Cannot be conjecture. This one won't be very good
Mhm.
because we don't have anything with three types,
Oh,
or with three evidence types. So this card's not going to be as good because it's best when you have a deck filled with stuff that has three evidence types. And librarian is gonna. I don't think we can even do librarian. You need 100 different cards. We don't have 100 different cards here. I don't
I
think.
need to be playing EDH.
Yeah. So one of the points with this is essentially if you wanted to play EDH, you could in this form in
Yeah,
this game, and you just
librarian forming.
yeah, the librarian format. Yeah, that's what I was thinking
Mhm.
too. You get to start with 7 cards though instead of 5, like like
Mhm.
most other people do, which is pretty cool. These two only start with 4 because of their bonuses are pretty strong.
Mhm.
This one has 2 different bonuses. One, it's a smaller deck, which means smaller deck is better in a variance-based game. And then you also have the if you're playing a deck with 3 evidence types on all your stuff, you get 4 extra points at the end of the game. And this one you have priority every round, so it doesn't matter. No die rolls, no nothing. You just start every round and have priority every round.
I knew a few guys like that in high school. Um, I might
But
just go with the most simple one.
yeah, I was gonna say we may just want to both play with the student so that we don't
Yeah,
complicate it.
that seems thematic.
Yeah, because we're
Oh
both
yeah, could you
learning.
promote me too, really
Oh
quick,
right. Promote.
so that I can spawn the magic conch?
I got it over here. Maybe
Oh yes, are way ahead of it.
I kept it. And then I will
You have
put.
everything. Jeez.
Yeah, I kind of just started organizing things and making everything nicer. All right, I'll put these over here though.
I don't think I've picked any other items since I left. There's always Oh, I did find a Candyland that plays itself to decide who goes first in the turn order. It just automatically runs.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Those
This is the 10th game.
79 spaces.
Jeez. Oh well.
Holy shit! That took
Congratulations.
forever. I won in 39 turns.
Oh
Holy
god.
shit! That took so long. Game sucks. Okay,
Hard
so
determinism, the game.
I do go first. I want to put some of these newer cards in my deck.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna add like, I'm gonna like not go overboard. I'm just gonna like switch out one or two.
Let's see.
Just whichever one is I'm vibing with, really.
I respect that.
Okay, we can look at the gods now.
I think I want to get rid of this card. It's fine, but it's not testing interesting mechanics.
Ooh, I like this guy.
More of what I'm here for. So
Oh, there's more. Oh, jeez.
okay.
Ooh,
So the drone guy.
this should be a magic card in some capacity.
Oh, and then this card, yeah, recruit. Don't want to put the recruits in my deck anymore. I can search. Why am I not searching?
Okay.
There it is.
This guy is large.
Then I want this, which is 3 cards. Search for. I'm gonna grab the mounted rider, I think. Just take that out of my deck. Where is he? Mounted rider. Should be one more. There it is. Okay. Now I need to copy 1, 2. Alright, and then my extra deck is literally as many that I'm allowed to have. Oh, whoops. Delete that. Ah!
Oh.
Sorry. Oh, fuck, what did I do?
I think it's the same.
Okay. Okay. I didn't fuck anything up, did I?
Secure when I don't think so.
Okay.
Um, I accidentally put this in the wrong place. There we go.
All right. And then my deck is ready.
Remember when I said I wasn't going to go overboard?
No, go ahead. Do your thing. And
Things were different back then.
but yeah, you can make the copies for the ones that you need to make copies for. I only put
Mm,
one copy of each thing in there because you can just do it. You know what I mean?
yeah, I
Okay.
like this guy.
I think I might go grab a drink or something. I am
Okay,
thirsty.
and by that you mean a Mountain Dew.
No, I had a Mountain Dew with dinner, so I might just grab like energy drink or water, one of those two. I know
Mm.
they're on completely different spectrums, but we'll see. And I'm also just gonna
This
go
guy
ahead and post because I can.
should probably replace the Sphinxes. That's what I should do.
That makes sense. Sixes are kind of iffy because while their effect is good in the deck because they draw and stock, and there's a lot of stuff that cares about you doing that. Um, the fact that they're green just sucks for
Yeah,
for
I
your
would
deck.
like to make a dedicated Genesis deck that.
I will get to that once I have more Genesis cards made, but I haven't gotten to that yet. And the next thing I'm doing, I'm gonna try and finish out all of Skier, then finish out all of Zuda, and then I'm probably going to, because everything is done by like region,
Mhm.
and then time period is the way it's organized in my program. And
Oh,
so, but a lot of the Genesis cards are not region based. So they're like a large portion of Genesis cards are just Genesis. They're only one type. They don't have
oh,
like a time period. Or I mean, Genesis is the time period. They don't have like a region. Um, but I need to do the Uldon, and I need to do um, Arana. So Uldon is like a, if I want to be generic about it, it's a zombie, undead place, and
mhm.
Arana is like forest nature place. Like that's the very very, you know, I don't know, watered
Yeah.
down explanation of what it actually is. But
I'll keep one or two in there just for old time's sake.
maybe the bigger one because it draws more, discards more.
I'll keep one of each.
What a king! Wait, just to make sure, your pronouns are he him, right? I actually did never
Yep,
ask
yep.
you. Okay, cool.
Um,
Where's the? I'm just gonna put in the updates section because whatever. Okay, so the energy. I don't know if you saw. Did I post the fucking ridiculous energy drink I've been drinking?
um, Here, hold on, let me see.
I don't think I did. Yeah. Okay, so it's I threw out the can, but it's this company called Ghost, and they make
Mhm,
weird ones. And I've talked about how I've had like um the Warheads kind and the Sour Patch Kids kind and all that.
mhm.
But they also now have Swedish Fish kind.
Oh, I love those.
It was really good, actually. It's just, I really like this brand. It makes the kind of energy drinks I like, and they're nonsense. Maybe I'll just double it. Maybe I'll just go energy drink and water. I think that's probably
I
smart. I'll be
mean,
right back.
yes, yeah.
Yeah, it's probably healthy for me to do if
Just
I'm
get
gonna
all
drink an energy
three.
drink
Just go ahead.
and a Mountain Dew. Yeah, why not? Yeah, what the?
Just every liquid in the house.
Okay, good call. Yeah, including the dog's water. Sorry, your
The
water's mine now.
Lysol, just
Lysol. Yep, the
everything.
bleach. You're gonna need that.
Hmm. Oh yeah.
Cleanse the system. Not gonna get my drink. Watermelon it is. All right, now I'm alive. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking these cards look nice. I like this god here.
Minara? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I was like, this should be a magic card in some capacity. I don't know how. Not with this exact same ability, but with like a different, you know, something like that.
There's something like that. It's a card that you choose a card. No, no, yeah, yeah, that's just Sarah's emissary. You choose a card type, and you and your permanents have protection from that card type.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot I was on this, right?
So I went
Now I
with the
should introduce
watermelon
him.
warheads kind. Crack the can
Oh,
open before you rip
very,
it.
very good choice.
Mm. Sorry, I'm making all these noises. ASMR, I guess.
Warheads, just the mention of them brings my blood pressure up, but you know, you do you. Uh,
I've really enjoyed going through these cards and making them this way, because they're
oh
they're in
yeah.
like a weird database where I have to actually go to the alternative for Photoshop program that I have set up and put them together. Because
Oh yeah. After maybe like after the stream, I can just show you like there's a way in Tabletop Simulator to make it very easily make your images into like a deck file that will automatically update when you replace the images with updated versions,
in
and
the
it's really easy to import it to you.
in the location that they're in,
Hmm.
that's
Yeah, like
amazing.
as long as like the files are in the same place, if you replace them and they have the same name, they'll automatically be replaced. You'll have to reload the deck in Tabletop Simulator, but
That's
it's
exactly what I
automatic.
need. Wow, okay, that sounds exciting.
Yes, don't let me forget.
That way, when I
Uh,
do balance changes, I don't have to come in here and manually change the images like I did last time.
oh God. Um,
Don't worry, it was only like 20 something cards.
uh, I've been there. I remember the early days when I was using Tabletop Simulator. I had no idea what I was doing. I hadn't even seen the magic cards yet. I was lost.
You were lost, yeah. I kind of just
Okay,
wing it a lot.
I'm gonna put these over here so I don't get them confused. Okay, that should be it. Right. I had to include this guy because he looks like me. So,
So just one of each of those cards?
yep,
Exciting.
just a variety, just a little spice.
Yeah, you have fun. All right.
And I've still got this little sphinxes, two of
It,
them.
it's not super important just because we're since we're both playing it and it doesn't have any special rules. Uh, it
It's
just
extremely important.
okay. I'm sorry. Um, it won't change the outcome of our games, and he has. This is
That's
created.
true. They balance each other out.
Yeah, it was created so that you could play with like base rules and not affect
Yeah.
much too much. But if you wanted to play against someone who wasn't playing base rules, then you could still. Whoa, one of those cards didn't get the correct back. Here, I got you.
Marked car.
I got you.
I bet there's more. Let's see.
That's it's this one.
It's probably.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay, so I won Candyland, so I get to go first.
Yeah, that is that you've won the test of skill
Yeah, for sure.
indubitably.
The game's already over, really.
You
I'm
have
just being.
proven your medal.
This is just formality at this point. Okay.
Honestly.
All right. Let's see. Mulligans first.
Oh yeah.
Oops.
Yeah.
Anything here I don't want? This probably. And
This is actually a good opening hand otherwise, though.
I think
I
you
have to
used.
say.
What is it again? Shoot. I don't remember.
You're starting to echo a little
T.
bit.
Oh shit.
Oh wait, let me just mute you on Tabletop Simulator.
Oh.
Okay, I think that'll do.
Sounds good.
Okay, yes, it does sound good.
Okay, I'm gonna put that one on the bottom. This one's fine. I'll keep that. This one. Oh, sorry. Don't look at it.
Yeah.
This one on the bottom. Then I'll draw two.
White and blue, just how I like it.
All right. Ready?
Yes.
I'm gonna play this big guy.
Oh no.
Whenever whenever I play him, I get one of these into my hand, and whenever he dies, I get one of these into my hand. If you want to read
He's
what
a
that does.
token guy.
And my obscure characters get +1 attack or +1
Mm.
authority. So this guy goes to my hand. If you want to read it, you can. If not, I will put it in my hand.
Okay. Perfect.
And then your turn. I'll grab my die for 5 integrity.
Okay. About.
Oh, right. That thing.
Mm. We start with a nice, relaxing
Relaxing.
construction colossus.
Ah, yes, yes.
Mm.
Powerful. Yes.
Oh, I don't know why I'm over here.
No,
Oh
I'm
well.
over there too. Don't worry about it. We'll just kind of
Okay.
center ourselves around Ferranu, the god of
Okay.
knowledge.
Oh yes, yes. I like that there's a background now. Okay, so sort four. Is that a passive? Does he like get
It,
more or does he only
he gets it only on the trigger, so it's a play trigger,
okay.
and then it increases it only on that trigger.
Okay. Okay,
How
I
do I
don't
look at
really
the other side of something again?
Alt Shift.
Alt shift. Whoa, look at Rykard's face. He do be eating someone with a spear.
Devour.
Devoir. Devoir.
Okay, that worked well for us last time. We should probably keep that one. Oh, this card. These.
Alright.
And then he gets 4 total.
But these two, are they going? What order are they going back on top in?
Um, okay.
Okay, I will. I'm gonna just attack your dispute with your guy for 7.
You could have foreseen you.
Nobody is impossible.
Well, that's good to know. Um, okay, it's time for a good old Fonks.
Realize I wasn't actually zoomed in far enough. Because if I zoom in better, then I can see the board better.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Just to keep the board in my vision.
Draw 2, discard. Mm, ooh. Okay.
All right. What do I want to do? Let's play. We'll play Bombardier. We'll use 2 of this to play this, and then deal 2 damage there.
Ooh.
Your go. Oh, right.
Just put the answer here. I don't think anything is the answer here.
Certainly not violence.
No, it's just one of many things that is not the answer here.
The next thing I need to
Um,
learn how to do in this program is make all the like snap areas where things snap to stuff.
oh yeah, I've never done that, but I'm sure it's not too hard.
I want to make sure it's not like a bad play. Like I want to be able to like turn things sideways still, because you know.
Yeah. Um, this isn't looking good.
Power's in my hands. Maybe I'll win for once.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I feel the struggle of not being able to win the games that you designed, being actively bad at
Yep.
at the things that you've created. That's
Hey,
absolutely me.
have you designed games?
I have designed not a game of my own, but I make like characters for another board game that I play. It's a whole thing.
Nice.
So I have done a little bit, but okay. I think the only thing I can really do is research assistant.
Sounds good. Let me get you.
I need to discard that.
Okay. Hmm. I'm gonna. Oh, wrong button. We're going to attack the research assistant. Dispute for 1. There you go.
Well, research assistant isn't very strong, is he?
Got a cool ability though.
Yes. Oh, I need to kill that fellow, don't I?
I don't know. Do you?
Well, now I'm confused. Okay. Um,
Playing right into my hand.
let's see. Okay, that should probably. Okay, research assistant isn't going to help me very much. I don't think I'm going to take this round, so I'm going to cut my losses.
And draw cards. No.
Yes,
Oh. Oh, he's gonna draw cards.
with divination.
Sounds good. Alright. Now I'm gonna play Ocean Soul and deal 2 damage to your Crab Sphinx. And then your go. Oh, right. I
My
have taken over the board.
my friend, you will not believe it. You will not believe what I'm about to do to you.
You cannot believe this. But what you don't understand is that was my plan all along.
Oh my god.
Yep, that for
Would you
sure.
believe it?
I was hoping you would do that, you see.
Oh, well. See, because I did do that like twice last game. You would definitely know to look out for that this time.
You'd think that, wouldn't you? You'd think that. I don't want to play this. This is my turn. It's 3 cards in my hand.
I thought you were gonna say I don't want to play anymore.
No, 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 no. No, I love playing my games. Alright, I'm gonna play Zudik Garrison. Whenever I play a Zudik unit or character, I draw a card.
Ooh.
It is a location.
Excuse me.
You good? I'm going to my 4th RCQ for Magic of the season this weekend. My
Ooh.
4th. The,
Sound of
fourth
the
time's the charm. Fourth time's the charm, for
yeah,
sure.
through three. Like, what has three ever done for anyone?
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Nonsense.
look at this guy. He has 4 attention, 4 of this.
Exactly.
Like, honestly, like three is
Honestly.
so 2016. It's
Overrated,
cringe.
really. It is cringe.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Alright.
That's literally okay.
Alright, so then I will play Institute of War.
Ooh.
Institute of War says when I play it, I sort to. And I can put a character from it into my hand. Yeah, wrong button. Ah, shit. Okay, there was no character, so I will. Okay, I want to keep this one on top, but I'm going to bin this one. All right, this that went poorly. Yeah, you
Okay.
started strong, but I overextended, and you board wiped me. Also, I'm pretty sure your deck has only 2 Massacre. You could play a third if you wanted to. It has a max of 3.
Oh, okay.
Just thought I'd let you know. Not every
Okay, which
card
one
that
of these?
is in each of these decks is at its full maximum, so
I think the Zootic stuff is gonna be a problem.
it does draw cards, and the word draw card is pretty sus.
It is the best 3 words in the English language.
That's true. Draw a
Um,
card, absolutely. This one would just let me play dudes faster, but I only have 1 card in hand,
okay.
so it's not really doing
Then
anything.
I'm just gonna get rid of that Garrison.
Yeah, yeah, you do what you gotta do. Yeah, I understand. What do I got here? Let me look through this pile here. 0, 8. Then I only got 5. So 0. Um. Hmm. I'm gonna tap this, use its ability, but not do anything and just pass.
Mhm.
Just pay
Okay.
the cost to lower its integrity.
Okay, well,
Oh, sorry, I gotta press it's your
okay, this is gonna be a lot. It's actually not great right now. Maybe I shouldn't do anything actually. Um, hmm. Yeah, I probably shouldn't do that. So I'm gonna pass.
turn. Okay, fine. Go to next phase, draw 2 cards, untap stuff.
I will prove the existence of whoever this is.
I believe you. Because I don't think I'm stopping you. Okay, I start. Uh,
Okay, draw 2.
okay,
Okay.
Godsworn Academy. That's what my first play is. Whenever I play it. Sorry, I forgot that. Yeah, I start out. So you would have. I shouldn't have given that to you. Eh, where's the? Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Okay, this guy. I shuffle him into my deck. All right, your turn. Oh, right.
Okay, this is a better. So this would be tricky though.
Hmm.
Hmm, gonna play
I'm playing with your cards. I'm sorry.
a grind machine 2. Even better. Grind
Oh,
machine
better
1
than the
and
first one. That's insane.
and play this with it using its integrity.
That's true. You did do that. Okay.
And I can
Sort 5.
sort.
This gets voided though. Part of Grand Machine's
Oh,
ability.
okay.
Kind of like Snapcaster.
Okay. Too rich for my blood. Too rich for my blood. No.
Hey, you're getting value there. Those have flashback.
That's true. Uh, put that on top or something. Yeah.
Okay. Gonna play Avendir. We're gonna put this back down to 1. Let's use this. Paying 5 integrity for Avendir. And Avendir's ability is because I've changed all of the deities are now just like passives or triggers, so that
Hmm.
they just function as rule changers instead of like having tap abilities. Deities can no longer get integrity at all. It's just not. It's confusing, and I wanted to make sure the card type stuck out as being
Yeah,
completely
that makes
different.
sense.
So they never have attention cost,
Hmm.
and they always are just like you play. They're like enchantments. Well, how
Yeah,
enchantments
they're like
originally
enchantments.
were, like back in the day, where they
Yeah,
don't have like they just do one thing that changes the rules slightly. So
yeah.
this one says my theories can be proven.
Mm.
I also love that line of text. Like I love when a line of text feels like it feels flavorful.
Yes, yes.
So my theories can be proven,
Oh
and
my
that
god,
means something in the game mechanically.
that is nice.
Yeah, that's what I really like about this card. Justify, if I didn't explain it before, 'cause it says it on the card, but I just wanted to make sure casting spells in your first main phase. So, okay, when did you put that? That's what.
What? What do you mean?
Um, yeah,
Uh,
it had been someone else. Someone hacked you.
yeah, I'm hacked
So
like every day.
so justify is like taunt if you played Hearthstone. It means that if you're going to dispute, you have to dispute things with justify first.
Oh,
And
right, right.
Godsworn Academy has justify as the top ability, so you didn't like not do it or anything like that. You didn't
Okay.
attack. You were doing your other stuff, but I was just letting you know. And I don't have anything else in play anyway. So if you were to dispute
Mhm.
now, but to let you know.
Okay. Well, okay. I'm gonna.
But yeah, I think I want to like instead of having like Ferranu behind us on the mat, I want to have an actual play mat so that it's easier to understand. Like the board is easier to
Oh,
read.
yeah, that would be nice to put together.
Yeah, but I have to put it together first. So
Yeah. I'm gonna kill my poor boy.
that's so sad. How can you prove him now if he's dead?
Like if you cry every time.
You know what? Well, it doesn't matter. You're drawing 3 cards, so that's great.
Yeah.
I think we could let him die. Oh, you put that in the wrong place.
Oops.
Sorry, I should not have moved that. It confused you. Wherever you would put your exile, put this. That's where you put that
I'm
pile.
an easy man to confuse, let's be honest. Okay.
All right. So I set up for a good play for myself. So we're gonna play Northern Blitz. I have to exile or void. Sorry, this is my obscure. By the way, obscure cards are not tokens. They are real cards. So they do go to your stockpile, and you can void them to pay costs,
Oh,
and
okay.
they can be proven.
Ooh,
Yeah. So anyway, one, two,
ooh, a
three,
scholar who's all about obscure
four.
things.
So I'll void these four cards.
A fan fiction writer.
Get this up here. I got. See. Yeah, this is why I need piles marked because. So I want this to be my
You can draw
void.
little boxes and stuff.
Oh yeah, that's true. So this is my void. This is my. I'll draw them around mine. Hold on. Box. Okay. So here's the deck. Here's the void. Here's the stockpile. Here's the proven pile. Void. Oh, and then I need my uh, obscure deck. Okay. Then I need to get the text out. Needs to be smaller. I'm gonna take the time to do this. Why not?
Yes,
Stockpile. Might as well.
compelling, straight gameplay.
I don't mind. I don't care if anyone's watching, honestly.
Oh,
Just.
I'm watching, and frankly, unsubscribe.
Yeah, fair enough. How do I move this text?
I don't. I think it's there forever.
What? Until I
I
delete it.
think it's just
You
there.
can't move it? That doesn't make any
I
sense.
don't know of a way to move it.
You have to be able to move it. That doesn't make. Hold on. That's a
For every
magnifier.
cool thing that Tabletop Simulator has, it has like a baffling
Ow.
nonsense.
What the? What? Hold If I press enter, no. Okay. But I can't, like, move it with the grab tool. Why can't I grab letters? What? What?
Oh.
Oh my god! Fine. Fine. All I wanted to do was move some letters, but fine. Fuck it. I'm not moving letters anymore. The void. See, you know what? You got it all taken care of. All right. So anyway, I'm playing this card. I voided these 4 cards. Over here is my obscure. Up top, up here is proven, and this is my stockpile. I put my stockpile underneath mine. So it still says type here. Incredible. Nonsense. That's how I feel about that. Let me just trash that. Okay, so I'm playing this card, and it'll let me get 5 supporting characters.
Oh god.
Okay. Which I will get these 2 dudes back from my yard. This guy
I have
costs
an
0.
entire
This
cast
guy
over
costs
there.
1. But I need. Oh, I can't play this. Oh, wait. Shit. Can I not play this card?
And those can be proven, can they not?
Yeah, they can. Play up to
Oh
5
god.
characters from your stockpile whose cost size of fire less to become 3. No, never mind. Fuck, I'm stupid. I can't play this card. I can only play this guy. Fine, it's worth it. I'll deal 2 damage to there. It was worth it, I believe, because I can prove this card. Okay, that took me forever because I thought I had done something cool and I hadn't actually.
Well, it's about that time of
No,
the
it's
day.
not. Wait, wait. Hold on. I wouldn't do that. I only have 1 dude.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, this is my only character. This is a
I thought it
deity
might
and
have
this is a
just destroyed
location.
everything. Okay.
Nice try.
Dang it. Okay.
Now I know you have that. We're in phase 2 actually.
Right. Beware.
Sword 2. Yeah, that's pretty strong. Pretty good ability.
It is. I was just about to say that. No. I don't even know if we can.
Oh my god.
Whoa. Hold on. Let me see if I can.
Can you revert it back to where it was?
Uh,
Rewind time.
Whoa.
Okay. Okay, we're back in time.
Okay.
I'm locking
Yes.
this. I think I unlocked it because I thought I was
Okay.
pressing the.
We've avoided the bad future.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
Shit. Fuck. I'm so sorry.
um, it isn't tabletop simulator unless you have an existential crisis.
No, true. No, you actually definitely nailed it on
Um,
the head.
I don't know if I'm going to actually be able to do any of this anyway. Wait, maybe. Okay,
All right. I'm gonna attack. Oh my god. If I can play my own game correctly. I'm disputing your dude with my little dude. And then go ahead.
If only there was a hide cards up your sleeve part of tabletop simulator.
I mean, there probably is, right?
There probably is. But I haven't found it.
It's called duplicating
Okay.
cards. Secretly
I have.
duplicating.
Oh, yes. It's phase 22, you guys.
No! How did we get here? I missed
Chronomancy.
20 whole phases.
You
Chronomancy. True,
lose.
true.
Okay. I can't do anything.
Nice. I will also pass phase.
Oh no.
There you go.
Oh no.
I proved cards.
This is just like that game of Candyland. Do you
All right.
discard the cards in your hand now?
Yes.
Okay, my poor Razorfly.
And now you start. It is
I
your.
should have just played Razorfly. It would have been worth it to get rid of your one guy.
Do you want to say that you did then? Oh no. So if you do, you have to void 8 cards from your stockpile.
I will do that. It's
All right,
7
go
and
ahead.
oh
And
yeah,
I
no, it's
will.
8.
And then this, since it was a theory, this does still get voided instead of going to my
Okay.
stockpile. She doesn't prevent them from getting voided. She
2,
just prevents them. She just lets them
3,
actually
4,
prove. So I proved one
5,
card.
6,
All right, and I'll draw my hand for the next turn.
8.
And I will also still because you mulligan every turn or every round now.
Um,
Oh, we're on round 2. I should have been keeping track of this. Round 2, and you still get to mulligan.
Thank God.
I'm gonna get rid of this card. How again do I do it? I keep forgetting.
Okay, this is much better.
G, F? No, not F. How did I do it? I keep forgetting.
What?
Oh, right click. Gotta do right click. Left and right click at the same time. I want this card. I don't think I want this card. This card seems kind of bad. So, 2. Wow, good hand, good hand. Alright, you start us off.
Okay. Grind machine 8, 8 fast, 8 furious.
That's true. Damn. Alright, there you go. I'm gonna play another one of these guys.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's right. Speaking of 8, he's got 5 integrity. Damn, 8 attention. That's what I meant.
He's hard to miss. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Grind machine 1. Ooh. Okay.
Okay. Well, it's about that time again. I'll dispute the Grind Machine 8.
Oh.
Thanks for playing this with me, by the way. I want to get a lot of testing on it in so I can balance things properly because
Oh yes,
the
I
game
enjoy it.
is very imbalanced, but you know.
Okay. Well.
And since it uses like a system for resources that I've never really played with in another game before, except
I
for
yeah.
except for the stockpile cost is similar to Delve, but
I
everything else.
disagree. I think it's totally fair until I start losing. That's when it becomes unbalanced.
I think you're right, actually. So I better let you win, huh?
Yeah. Um,
You won last time. It's only fair. Oh right, it should be yours.
that is true.
My bad.
Well, this guy isn't going to do much damage to Chonker over here.
Yeah, but Chonker's just sitting there. He's tapped now. He's not gonna hurt nobody no how.
Okay, sorting 1 would be useless because I'm literally just put that on top. Just do one of these, I guess.
Very nice. How many cards are down here? 3. We play Orphan Farmer. Just sort 1. Do I want this card? No, I'm gonna put this in the stockpile. Here we go.
Get him out so he can use his ability, but he's just going to die.
There goes my
You're
doggy.
gonna die. Okay,
Well, who's he gonna die to? All my attention is taken up.
that is true.
Interesting. You sort? Did you sort one?
Yeah, but I know it's on top, so.
Oh, okay. You want it there, yeah. Well, let's play ISIS. I'm gonna kill my Persalis or Persalis's Watcher. Going to grab a Ocean Soul from my obscure deck from him dying because I get one when I play him and when he dies. I can't exile him from my yard to pay this because I have to pay all the costs at once. So I have 4 cards exactly in my stockpile, so I'll void those 4 for the stockpile cost. This goes to my stockpile. I got an Ocean Soul from him dying. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so that's my play. I played this. This card says whenever
Okay.
a play ability triggers of one of my characters, I copy it.
There's isn't stuff going on over there.
It's not. It's more like it's more. It's more like Bran Bronzebeard or Panharmonicon.
Mm.
It's more like
Well, now I can't
Panharmonicon.
complain because that's my deck. Um,
I love Panharmonicon. This deck, if you
yes.
like Panharmonicon, you may want to try playing this deck next.
Ooh, maybe. Oh yeah,
It,
I have a whole Farah
that's
flicker
right. That's right.
shenanigans deck.
My brother really likes blinking as like a mechanic,
Oh
like a
yeah.
lot.
When I saw the video, I was like, oh, he would love my deck. He might.
Yeah, yeah, because he said it Restoration Angel. His
Oh yeah,
EDH deck
to my.
is so they play low powered EDH decks. I mean, his boy or his husband now they're married.
Oh,
Uh, his husband builds some more high powered EDH decks occasionally, but Nate doesn't like the high powered stuff because he doesn't really play Commander that much. He only plays like tournament competitive Magic and then casual
yeah.
formats. So he likes casual EDH decks because they're more fun to him. And
Mhm.
his Blink deck is Rune.
Oh,
Or is it still
the
Rune?
Rhino guy.
Yeah, it might not still be Rune. It might be someone else now.
Well, it's if it's casual, it can't be Brago.
It's definitely not that. Also, he wants green
What
in the
what
deck.
what are the other flicker
I think it's
guys?
still Rune, but I'm not 100% sure. It might have been changed to someone else.
I can't. I don't think there's any other Blink and
It's
Bant
the
colors.
first. It's the first commander deck he ever built, and it was
Mm.
Rune originally, but it might have been
Oh my
updated to someone
Athora one is the
else.
first one I built too.
The first one I built was Edric, the Spymaster version,
Oh,
and it was a ramp deck. I played
oh yeah.
him. I played him so that people wouldn't attack me, and then I was just like I played a bunch of Eldrazi and like super big ramp cards. It didn't. It was nonsense, but it's because I wanted to play Eldrazi, and no one ever. There was no format where anything but like very specific Eldrazi were good. So I played like all of them. I played like Spawn Sire of Ulamog and
Mm.
It That Betrays and stuff like that. It was really fun.
Oh. Um, well,
So really
I'm
like the
gonna.
naming conventions. I think the naming conventions of Eldrazi cards are amazing. Even
Yes.
though even though Battle for Zendikar and Oath of the Gatewatch were design wise not my favorites for
Mm.
all that, the naming conventions were still like on point because they just
Yes.
those are some fire names. Like that's so it's very cool. It's very cool sounding. Very
Meanwhile, my favorite card names are like turn into a pumpkin, so to each their own.
Bacon to a Pie is a fantastic name. Okay, those are Bartered Cow is a good name. These are
Charming
act.
Prince, love him.
Okay, I don't know about Charming Prince. It's just like whatever. But
But it's a joke. It's on.
yeah, no, I
He's a
do.
charm.
Shit, never mind. I take back everything I said. I completely forgot. Totally forgot that. Never mind. That card's awesome. That name is amazing. Okay, I
I
take
just
back everything.
like that it's not called turn to pumpkin. It's called turn into a pumpkin. I just love that.
Yeah, yeah, you know,
Um,
you right.
okay, I'm gonna hit somebody. I'm gonna hit
Speaking
your
of
orphan
charms,
farmer.
did you see the card
Yeah.
from the unset Far Out?
Um, I think the only card I've seen from that set is the one where you put stickers on things.
Okay. What were you doing there?
Oh wait, I forgot I don't have to. I was attacking this guy.
Yeah, it's one-sided. And it may not be one-sided forever, but I've played it both ways quite a bit, where they retaliate and where they don't.
Yeah, it seems like this is the way to go because these are a precious resource.
Yeah, that's the reason. Is that it's supposed to be a resource you can use for other cards. It's supposed to feel, because you take turns back and forth over and over again. It's supposed to feel kind of like you're making choices like you would in a game like chess. I've said that a million times, but that
Mhm.
was kind of the way I want it to be. And in chess, it's you're setting up to make sure your opponent's plays don't backfire on you. And so by
Mhm.
having it be one-sided, you have to take into account which pieces get to move at what times, and I think that's
Yeah,
really interesting. So that guy's dead.
we should play chess on here. We can.
Do you like chess?
Yep. I mean, I don't play that often, but you know.
I actually really like chess. I'm not great at it, but I play with my brother occasionally.
And
We
we'll
really got
be
into it.
at parity.
We really got into it after Queen's Gambit. Look, I'm just gonna be transparent.
Oh yeah,
The
yeah.
show's great, and I got
I
really
mean,
into it.
hey, if it gets people into chess, it's doing its job.
All right, let's completely destroy your hopes and dreams. So
I was at
I
that time already.
yeah, it is. We're hitting that point. So I'll play Ocean Soul. Isis triggers twice, makes it trigger twice. I mean, so I'll deal
Oh
two
no.
damage to Cenolite and two damage to Grand Machine One.
Oh no.
Kill them both. Let's go.
Literally to my hopes and then to my dreams.
Yeah, like you don't even have them anymore. Gone, gone.
Well, I didn't want to cry on stream, but okay,
If you got it, you got it. I won't judge
um,
you, but I will secretly like say yes. You know what I
judge.
mean? No, no, I wouldn't
Um,
judge. I would just celebrate. I would just celebrate.
as long as you do the little dance on stream, that's fine with me.
Oh no, no, it has to be in secret. You can't know. You can't know. I don't like rubbing it in,
um,
but I do want to
well,
celebrate. You know what I mean?
that's how you know you're not an EDH player. Okay.
That is how you
Um,
know, huh? Because I am not an EDH player. That's crazy.
okay, you can super duper 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 kill my person, so he's gonna kill you first.
That's fair, yeah.
Oh, no, he's gonna hit
Goodbye.
you first. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. There we go.
Goodbye, Ocean Soul. I hardly knew you. So I can't play either of these cards. That's pretty brutal. Okay. So I'll play the other Ocean Soul. I'll kill that guy.
Yeah.
Now your go.
My now it's my aspirations to
Now it's your memories. You don't
oh,
even get to have those.
getting dark. Okay. Um, that's all I can do.
I'm a monster. Dispute.
Okay. I'm out of car.
That's okay. So it's your turn.
Magic conch. Um, help.
What did it say?
Wait, where's the button? Where is it? Where is it? Where did it go? Magic conch, where are you?
Hold on.
Oh, there we go.
There it is.
Oh, Johnny,
Yeah.
help.
Help? Okay.
Help.
You gotta pass it to my turn, though, for me to help.
Okay.
Okay, there you go. I helped.
I didn't find that particularly helpful, but
What do you mean? What do you mean?
I'll still give you 2.5 out of 5 stars for that. For that help.
Nice!
Just to be nice.
That helps my ratings on, I don't know what websites.
Zillow. I don't know. BoardGameGeek.com.
Nice! Okay, yes. Okay, draw you 2 cards. Phase 2.
No.
And you start with priority.
Oh,
My dog
okay.
starts with bark.
God. Oh no. Oh no. Okay.
Bark.
I'm just gonna. This isn't happening. Great.
Where's
all I
all your
have
massacres, huh? I mean, well, I guess
is
it's probably not good here. Wait, don't you have in your stockpile down here the flashback card? Oh, but it
do I?
requires you to have dudes in play to use it. That's right.
No. All I have is your boy, and
Dude, I
this,
love him.
but he's not useful right now.
Trigger, whenever you draw a card, you may choose. You may
If I could,
instead choose one. Give
if I
something
could
plus
do
3.
this, it would be useful, but no.
Aw, that's so sad.
Okay, so you're just gonna take this one, just for the sake of brevity.
Alright. Sounds good. Fair enough. I did. We'll just. I can play this as well. So that's. I can't play the cards in my hand though. So. Swip, swip, swip.
Ooh. Live, live Johnny reaction to destroying me.
Yay. That's my reaction. Alright, I'll start. Wow, holy crap. All 3.
Oh my
I'll just
God.
I'll just
Okay, wait.
stop
Let's see
losing.
if we can learn a lesson this time and just take care of this guy.
Yeah, dude, totally. Yeah. Let me just go ahead and grab one of these.
This will go well. I can just tell.
There you go. So maybe this card's a little overpowered. That's fine.
I can just freaking tell.
To be fair, you have one over here too. Hold on.
Gonna put this on the top.
I'll find it. Don't you worry about
Actually,
it.
these are both good.
Where is it at? Where is it? There it is. You see, you have one as well.
Oh. Yeah, I should have done that.
It's still probably too powerful right now, but I was just testing stuff out. Particularly mine, I think, is too powerful. The 2 damage that I get from the Ocean Souls is really, really tempo positive, especially if I don't have to pay anything but attention for this guy. Quentin, come on. You got hecklers in the crowd. Figures. I'm going to play Ardent Soul. Lets me put one of these into my hand when I play it. Yeah, is that right, Navi?
He's just a little boy.
Yeah, but he could be so much more.
I don't want to doubt what you're saying, but like, let's see. Oh. Oh. Oh.
I'm scared.
I'll do that later. Let's just put this guy out.
True. Good card.
In the vacuum.
Dead. Dispute. I can't allow it to live in a vacuum. True. If you're vacuuming.
Yeah, only if it's a very niche card. Okay. Well, I did say that I would have to do this later. I think the time has come because there's nothing else to do. So guess what? It's time.
Oh, wait, what? Sure. Best card in your deck.
It really saved me on
I
many
respect.
occasions.
You should play the 3rd one. Get another one of these into my hand.
5. So yeah, I should. Okay.
Alright.
only it would have been a nice merciless eviction where it could be one side.
No. I mean, I'm sure I can make one of those in this game.
Oh God. Oh God. Why?
There you go. I don't know what you're talking about. There you go. Your turn.
Okay, this is how you know it was beginner's luck last time.
Or the game's imbalanced and I'm still trying to work on it.
There you go.
Oops.
Yep.
All right. All right. All right. Why don't we move on to the? Do you want to play again, but play
Yeah.
different?
I mean, we can play the last round, right?
But, 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 but,
I
but, but,
don't know.
but.
I could pull ahead with a nice little, you know, lucrative invocation.
But how do you
Well,
play this lucrative
I do have
invocation?
this.
Oh shit, that card's really good. Fuck. Okay. Uh.
I mean, we might as well.
Shit. What was in play? What was in play? These two?
Nothing at
No,
all.
not that. This and this was in
My
play.
argument will be worth at least 2 points. That's for sure.
Okay. What was in my stockpile? I don't remember. This. No, this wasn't. Oh, this was. This was. That was. Right. Okay, sorry. I was being too dramatic. It is your turn.
um, whatever. Okay. Let's just do that, I suppose.
Oh, right. Okay. Starts with 8.
Oh,
And what is his ability again? It's whenever an opponent's card is rejected, acquire a hybrid child. And that will be an obscure card from here.
I'm just hiccuping.
Good. That's good.
I think that's what's making me lose. It
True.
can't be any other reason.
Hmm. He's got 8? That's a lot.
It sure is.
I will
Would have been nice a little earlier.
combat for 3. Oh, wrong button. Dispute for 3.
Okay. Let's dispute. Um, they're all U2Bs, so
But you have an ability, remember.
yes. So I'll just get rid of this guy,
Cool.
and I birth a
Ew.
lovely this.
That is the wrong card. There you go. You want this.
It is. Oh yes, this looks more like it.
Oh my god, oh my god! Didn't mean to do that. Okay. Try this again. 3, 4. Oh, what? Oh, did you already? Oh, you already did it. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, no, 6, no, 5? Yeah,
Wait,
6.
did I?
Yeah, 6, 5, 6. Okay, my bad.
And what does this mean if this rejects the target?
Yeah, so it's a dispute ability, so it means when it attacks,
Oh,
and then
okay.
what if when it attacks, if the thing it attacks dies, you draw a card.
Ooh. And they could just make more and more.
Yeah. Oof. Oh, that goes to your
Sounds
hand
good to
though.
me. Oh,
Yeah, not into play. Sorry. Yeah, maybe I'll have to like specify on every card, but I wanted to have something that allow me to have less text on the cards. So
oh no.
having something be what it normally is, and then you add text for any other situations is what I was thinking of.
Yeah, that makes sense. I just didn't read it that closely.
No, you're fine. Ocean Soul, deal 2 damage to your guy.
I don't like it.
I don't know what to tell you. Go ahead.
Still someone alive. You can't allow that.
Sorry.
Let's just put up large boy.
Big, big.
Biggest grindest.
Such grind on that big boy. Kerchow.
He has that grind set mindset.
Dude, facts.
You
I
can just
believe it.
tell.
Um,
He looks AI generated.
Alright.
He probably was.
Attack this thing. Wait, you couldn't have played that. Sorry.
Oh, right, because the.
Yeah,
Okay, I'll just play this instead.
totally, totally, totally. So yeah, I'm gonna attack, or I'm gonna dispute with this guy for 2 damage on him.
Okay, then
Kershaw.
I'd better use his ability while I can. And get rid of this.
Yes, sir. As you wish.
So that I conjure. Just kidding.
And then draw a card.
I draw a card. Thank God. Okay.
What's my play here?
Feels like years since I've drawn a card.
Well, it's about that time. We're gonna play another Ocean Soul. Kill your this guy.
Nope. I do appreciate that every high attention card in all of my decks is always just a guy with abs. Very semantic.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly. That's how it's supposed to be. What do you mean?
I'm glad you designed this game specifically for me. Um,
That's what I'm here to do.
let's see. Okay, this time I can actually play this guy.
True. Okay, what's my play then? To harass him. We'll put this down to 1. We'll kill this guy off.
Oh,
And deal 4 damage to your grind machine. Grind set mindset machine.
no. How else will I grind?
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Okay. Unfortunate. Um,
SMH my damn head.
That's what the chat's saying, most likely.
Yeah. You're not looking. You wouldn't know, but that's what
No,
you're
no,
pretty sure that.
I just to
If you
educate.
had to
Yeah,
guess. Yeah.
yeah. Um, yeah. Just put another one of these.
Okay. Um.
Oh, I should have just. No, never mind. Never mind. I always get these two confused.
We're gonna deal 4 damage to this guy.
Not my lad.
Yeah, gotta get your lad out of here. Can't be having literal
My
lads.
spiky
Oh,
red
goes to your stockpile
screeching
actually when it
lad.
dies.
Um,
Yeah, sorry. That's
okay.
might be a little confusing.
We get to sort one, you guys.
Those are two.
Oh, wait, so two. Even better.
Hmm. Kill that.
Now, I'm afraid I must simply surrender.
I see everything. Is your hand empty? Is that what's up?
I must surrender.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Rykard has eaten.
He's very
Um,
hungry, okay? You know?
he's extreme. Yeah, I think I was just getting a lot of events that I
And you.
could not.
Yeah. Well, I also think the events might not be costed correctly or with the
Um,
capacity to play them when you would want to play them. I've just been
mm,
trying a bunch of different systems out for how they are costed and when you can use which ones. So,
yeah.
what do you have any feedback for what you thought worked, what you thought didn't work?
Uh, I think if you just implemented me having better luck, no,
Oh,
um,
okay.
I don't know. It did feel like I didn't have enough to cast these, but that might have just been like either luck or the deck itself just needing more of different kinds of or like
Stuff
lower costed cards.
that allows you to play those. Yeah,
This is who I needed right here.
true. The Chad.
The absolute unit.
But also, this card might be too. Not might be. This card's too powerful.
He did show up a lot.
I got all three of them, which meant I got this, and this is super high tempo. I just
Wow.
yeah. So
No,
you have a
these.
version. You have a version of this right here, and that gets you. It's different. Where is he? This guy. So your guy play when it gets played and rejected, you get one of these. But that is not the same thing as this. This is too good, I think.
Tough.
But that's why I'm testing. I also think that maybe these guys, these big guys like this, can't just be just 8 attention and that's it. I think that when they generate this much advantage, they have to have more as part of their cost. I think that what I'm needing to learn as I play is when to use which costs for what things and what applies, like why do you need to use them that way. I've slowly changed things to understand. Like, for example, stockpile costs, a lot of them that are on like events or cards are for building your own board or improving your board, and not attention costs and integrity costs are for affecting your opponent's board a lot of the time. But this
Yeah.
one I left as an integrity cost for now because it doesn't. I feel like this card. I don't know. Should this be a stockpile cost instead, or
Maybe because like it does make sense that like this is the card that you play when you're like out of options, and if you're out of
yeah?
options, you probably don't have enough to play it.
So that's what I was thinking is like, but also so one of the other problems though is you see this card right here, right? So if I took the philosophy that integrity costs are for affecting your opponent's board or your opponent, and stockpile are for making yourself better. If I did that
Mhm.
philosophy, then board wipes and removal like this would require that you're ahead already.
Yeah.
So I couldn't
I
play
mean,
removal if I was behind. So
I
that's not
think
good.
making board wipes cost for integrity would be fine because then you'd be it could cost both, but you would be spending, stuff that you were going to lose anyway.
Philosophically, yes, but gameplay wise,
Yeah.
so in like Magic, if you're not
You,
like
you, you don't want to play board wipe if you have a lot of creatures out.
it's not just that. It's that one of the good things for gameplay that board wipes do is they let you come back when you're behind, and they force your opponents to play more conservatively so they don't kill themselves or so they don't
Hmm.
lose because they know you can have a board wipe. And that's one of the best
Yeah.
things that board wipes do for games in like card games. And so
Hmm.
in this game, the reason I made it a stockpile cost was so you could do that. So you could come back from when you're behind, or so it could reset the game state without you having to have stuff in play. But a card like this, while like targeted removal can be really good if you're ahead, meaning you can like pick off your opponent's threats and then be able to keep your board safe. So a card like this, that's the philosophy for why it costs integrity. But it does mean if your opponent is ahead of you, you can't remove their dudes with this.
Yeah.
And that's a problem.
I'm not sure.
So it
I
makes me
mean,
wonder if that's even how events are supposed to work at all. Like, it should events. I like events having integrity costs, but I wonder if I'm just like lost in the sauce, or is there a different philosophy I could take for which ones cost what and when? You know.
maybe some of them could even have attention costs that only matter when they're like resolving. So you couldn't play it if your board was full or something.
So that's actually, but in the earlier versions of this game, that is actually how they worked. Is
Um,
the first versions of events, which were called just actions back then, uh, had an upkeep cost, but the upkeep cost on those cards just meant you had to have that much unused.
mhm.
Then that kept getting really annoying and awkward because you wanted to be able to build a board and play your actions for your opponent. So it went from that to they had a big number that you just had to have that much total because back then you increased your maximum attention every turn. It's called upkeep back
Mhm.
then. And then I was just like, well, it's just nonsense at that point. It's just not helpful. And with this, because you just have 10 attention, you don't like increase it. That number just doesn't matter. So it doesn't
Yeah.
exist on the cards anymore. Now they all are based on things in play, things you're doing. Um, the stockpile cost is what the events used to just have a stockpile cost and then that weird system for upkeep. Uh,
Mhm.
But then I came because of the way the game's changed, because it's a board state based game where you're trying to keep things in play and get your opponent's stuff out of play so that you can score. The integrity stat became such an important resource that I could treat it like a resource for playing cards. And once that happened, I could make events cost integrity.
Yeah.
So
I mean, yeah, guess it would just take testing more than anything, really.
yeah, probably
And
for
maybe
sure.
some of them could work in like different ways. There wouldn't always have to be like hard and fast rules for each
Yeah,
card type and
I
their cost.
agree because that's how I originally designed it. Was without those, without hard and fast, without any philosophy behind it, because I couldn't tell what I wanted the philosophy to be yet. So I was just gonna test it until I started to crystallize what set felt right, what should be
Mhm.
integrity, and what should be stockpile. And I've been trying to make a philosophy because in Magic that you have color philosophy for which colors get to do what abilities.
Oh yes, that's like my favorite part of the game.
Right. And so designing with intention in that way will make your game play better and also give players expectation for how cards are going to work. If I just
Yeah,
have integrity and stockpile costs everywhere and they're not tied to what the abilities are, then it's not really going to make sense and you're not going to understand in the flow of a game when your opponent has no cards in their stockpile but 7 integrity in play, you're not going to know what kinds of effects they could have. But I feel like it's healthy for this kind of game for someone to be able to tell based on the board state what kinds of abilities your opponent might be able to use. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Kind of like if your opponent is playing a green red deck, you kind of know what possible things they could
But I
have.
need
You know
to
what to
stop them as
expect.
quickly as possible.
Right. So it's a good thing to have. Similar to with the evidence types, uh,
Hmm.
there is a lot of mechanical tie to the evidence types. Cards, especially the regions. So Skier has a lot of similar mechanics to one another,
Like,
obscure cards. And
and I think these stock a lot.
yeah, and Zuda has a lot of its own similar mechanics. Zuda has a lot of play triggers. There's a lot of stuff
Mm,
that does play triggers and cares about play triggers. Um, with like this plays a bunch of dudes. This lets you play an additional dude. This lets you re-trigger your playability. These have good playabilities. This cares about you playing Zuda dudes. This guy looks at the top 6 cards, and then you reveal a character and trigger its playability. This guy plays more dudes for you. This cares that you double triggered. This, like that's what the whole thing with Zuda is your play
mm,
triggers. So I did that mechanically, so you know when you're looking at that. I didn't do it really with the time periods, and I wonder if I should go back and have something that the time period's effective of the card, so that when you see Zuda Grand Conquest versus Skier Grand Conquest, you still know what the Grand Conquest is affecting about the card. You know
yeah,
what I
that
mean?
would be fun.
I will get to a point where I change the cards that way, but I think the region should have a higher impact on the mechanics of the card than the time period.
Yeah,
Like,
maybe the time period should be more subtle. Like, it just kind of affects like the overall theme of the cards,
yeah,
like rather than.
I was thinking that the time period could, like, it obviously affects lore. Both things affect lore a lot, but the
Mhm,
time period could augment the mechanic, but not
mhm.
be what the mechanical archetype is, right? So if you're building an
Yeah,
archetype deck where it's like I'm trying to blink my cards or I'm trying to draw cards and discard cards, you know which region to go with. But then the time period, the era, is how that mechanic gets changed. It's still it's still play triggers, right? With Zuda, it's still a bunch of play triggers. But if it's Mortal War, it's the play triggers are like this, or it's doing this with the play triggers. Whereas if it's Grand Conquest, it's doing this, with the play triggers. You know what I mean?
mhm.
So that I think is what I kind of want to lean towards as I start changing cards. But to me, before I start making those kinds of changes, I need to balance costs, and they need to make sense. Costs and how they work
Yeah,
needs to make sense. I
the
like the
math parts
system.
are the worst.
I think the system is good.
Yes,
I
I do like
like
the skeleton of it.
the what?
The skeleton of it.
Yeah, I think the system of having, um, attention be just 10, and you just have
Hmm.
that. I think that's great because it's a 3 round game, and you're just trying to keep stuff in play. So limiting the amount of things you can have in play and their power by the size of them is a really interesting mechanic for a game that cares about keeping stuff in play.
Hmm.
Um, I like that, you know,
Oops.
thank you. I love having that. I like that the integrity cost plays into that because you want to keep stuff into play, but you got to pay the cost to play better cards. I like that, and I like the stockpile cost because it's something that is if you've been the greatest part about stockpile costs in this game is when you're behind, stockpile cost cards are more playable because it means your
Yep.
opponent killed your stuff.
Yeah, I do those all the time.
So I really really like that because that means that the more they kill your stuff and the more still you're playing cards, then the more you could pay for your stockpile costs. But I just have to balance it, I guess, a little bit, try and figure it out, try and have a
Hmm.
philosophy for which kinds of things are in what. Like, for example, how I have to have some kind of philosophy, I think, but is it like more on the mechanical side? Like, if a card draws cards, it's a stockpile cost. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Is it like that? If it kills your opponent's stuff, it's a integrity cost. Like, I don't know if that's how
yeah.
it needs to be, but
It's like you're at the point where you're done with the overall theoretical stuff, and now you're getting into like the nitty gritty.
I don't even know if it's nitty gritty yet. Though it's like the stage before nitty gritty. You know what I mean? Because I
Yes.
still need to know the philosophy of design. Nitty
Mhm.
gritty would be like, should this be a 7 or an 8? Should this, you know what I mean? Nitty gritty would
Mhm.
be, how much should this card's integrity be versus this card's integrity? Like
Mhm.
right now I'm just kind of winging it based on cost. Like this costs 8, so something between 6 and 8 should be the numbers for those. You know what I mean? But yeah, sorry I keep rambling.
Wonderful.
So I take these. Do you want to play again, or would you like to do something else?
Um, Well, I could, if you want, you can put on the be right back slide on the stream so that people don't see your
Ooh,
desktop, and I can show you how to do the deck thing.
good call. I don't care if I see my desktop actually, so it's fine. I'll just leave it. It's actually only going to show this screen, so maybe I should do the be right back actually, because it's streaming the client or this game, not my desktop. I'll go to be right back. The be right back still picks up my mic though, which is fine. I'm just saying.
Or we could just leave it on the game and just type be right back next to this guy. It's pretty much the same.
It is pretty much the same. No, it's fine. It's fine. But yeah. So if I took these three
Okay.
guys out to make it more balanced, because that card's busted, I still want to play one. Yeah, I could just put back in this card, I guess.
Okay, so let me remember how to do this. Okay, so your Steam library, just go Tabletop Simulator.
Steam library. Do I go?
In your Steam library,
Yeah, good. Steam won't open. Where is
and
it?
then you right click it, and under Manage, go to Browse Local Files.
Browse local files.
Okay, then go to Modding folder, and
Modding.
then Deck Builder,
Okay.
and then open TTS Deck Editor.
Yo.
Okay,
Okay.
then
New deck.
just create a new deck, and depending on how many cards, if it's 60, I guess, just do like 10 by 6.
Okay.
And then just start dragging the images into this big gray area, um, and just put as many, like, if there's like 3 copies of it, you need to drag it in there 3 times. You'll see it when it comes up.
Okay.
And then just put as many cards as are in that deck in.
Oh,
Oh,
this is so cool. Okay.
and
Okay. And
then just
then
throw it all together.
okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So one of the things I was thinking about earlier today. Oh, is it 4? To
Okay.
open this 4. Yeah. Okay. 4 of this guy, and then this guy 4 as well. Yeah, he's 4 as well. 4 of this guy. What about this guy? Is he 4 as well? Yeah, he's 4. Sorry. One of the things I was thinking about was what if um, events were almost always stockpile,
Mm-hmm.
but playing more powerful characters and locations was what sometimes costed integrity.
Oh,
So
maybe.
if you want to play the better cards, you needed to sacrifice your own board state.
Yeah, because like that way the effects that like draw cards and stuff would be able to catch you up when you're behind.
Mm-hmm. 2, 3, 4. Now you'd still have to make sure that you could fill your stockpile though if you were trying to
Yep.
play those cards. And I wonder what you would need to do, like what I would need to do game design wise to make sure that was something players could do not too difficultly. You know what I mean?
Well, just whatever I'm doing with that deck, I always have a full stockpile.
A Lamau. Yeah, that deck has tons of ways to fill its stockpile, but that's also
Mm-hmm.
part of the deck you're playing. The deck you're playing is one that's really, really good at doing that. What about other decks that are not as good at just
Mm,
filling their stockpile?
that's true.
Is that just something that should be a mechanic that everyone's good at? Well, then what's the why is it a mechanic then instead of just being like why did I make that a cost then if everyone's doing it all the time? I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah.
Integrity costs are more a part of regular gameplay because everyone has dudes and locations that they're playing, so they'll always have
Yeah.
integrity in play. It just depends on how much. Whereas stockpile, some decks are just way better at filling a stockpile than others, and that's completely different than I don't know.
Maybe it could just maybe the colors of the effects could just, their costs could correspond to what kind of deck they would be in.
Wait, why am I doing it like this? Yeah, sorry. What you were saying makes sense, except for I think the problem with that is I don't have enough different kinds of costs, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have I have attention, which has to work the same in every single like deck, pretty much. Like some decks
Yeah.
could have a scholar that has more starting attention or whatever, but in general, that mechanic has to work the same for everyone for it to make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure this is four. Whereas I only have two other types of costs, right? So how do I make those different enough for different decks to make sense without,
Mm-hmm.
say, for example, if you've got a Zuda deck that's not as good at filling its stockpile costs can be lower, right? Is what you'd be thinking. Except for if
Mm-hmm.
every deck can play those cards, and those cards were costed for a deck that's not supposed to be able to fill its stockpile very easily, then a deck that's good at filling its stockpile could play those cards and do a lot more, right?
Mm-hmm. Maybe there could be like a mechanic like delve where it has like an integrity cost, or you can partially pay for that by avoiding
Mm,
that card,
okay, that's
so that way
interesting.
either one could do it.
That's very interesting. Huh. Maybe, yeah, maybe. Okay.
Maybe like a void could even be like this can be paid with integrity or voiding just all the time.
Hmm.
But I do like the idea of like some cards can only be played with voiding, so maybe not.
Yeah. But that's a pretty interesting idea to at least explore what can be done in that realm of design. Did I miss something? I think I did. This is a two, right? It's two. So the Hawk Rider is four. Three.
Those things.
I missed something. There's three missing cards. Wait, this one is a max of two.
There was one champion of abs,
True. Oh,
one
Northern
lord of
Blitz.
abs.
This is Northern Blitz. I forgot Northern Blitz. Okay, cool. Okay,
Okay.
so this is the deck. Now what do I do?
Okay, then once that's done, go to File and do Save Deck As, and you just save it, name it whatever you want, and put it where you'll remember where it is.
Zuda test deck.
Okay, and then the important part
Where do I
is
save
then
it?
you just anywhere you'll remember where it is.
I'll
Like
put it on
like a
desktop for
folder.
now.
It's called the deck files somewhere.
Oh shit, good idea.
Um, then you'll want to go to File, the same File tab, and go down to Export, and basically just click OK on everything, I think, and you export it as a PNG with the same like name.
Where did it go? I saved it to my desktop, but I don't see it.
It takes a second.
Save deck as. Oh, it saved it in my documents folder for some reason.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. And if you have the PNG, did you get that one?
No. Yes. No. Yes. No. No.
Did you go to? Did you export it as
Oh, sorry. No.
maybe
I'm so
from?
sorry. I was a step behind you because I was
Oh, sorry, sorry, sorry.
being dumb.
Just go to File again and just go down to Export,
Cool. Okay. Dex for
and then
TTS.
just click OK and save it as just the same name or whatever on the desktop, so it's easily found.
Sorry. What the fuck? Uh, could you?
I
What?
can share your screen if you want.
It's I sorry. Must have again been very stupid. Um, I pressed export, right?
uh,
And it said current deck size 9,000 by 7,944
oh, I think that's just the size of
pixels.
the
Okay,
image by like
okay. Never mind then. We're good.
oh,
Two it says to Imgur. I don't want to do that.
I think just click OK where it says like you just want to get to the part where you can name it. So just
Okay, sorry. Let's go here to here. Save it. Okay, I did it.
okay, and if it's saved to the desktop, hopefully you can see it.
I saved it to a different folder. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Okay, as
now I
long
can
as
go
it's just
to.
PNG with all the cards on it, it should be there.
Now I go here. Now I go. Not games. Objects. Components. Cards. Custom deck.
Yep, custom deck, and then you let me remember what all you put in all in. Uh,
How do
deck. Oh, whoops! I think I can't. I think we can't do it at once.
I do it? Okay.
Um, okay, so you want to do the width and height the same. I think you did. Uh, what was it? Was it 6 by 10 or 10 by 6?
10 by 6. So
Okay,
width would
so
be
just whatever you put
10.
in, and then put the number of cards 60, and do back. Click the back is hidden box.
Back is hidden.
Um,
Face, I go get the file.
yeah, faces the PNG that you just made.
And then the back is right card.
Obviously,
Desktop.
I think that's everything. I think. I'm gonna do a cloud save.
Gotta wait for it to upload. Okay, cool. SMH my damn head. Okay.
What I always say
Dude, that's what I'm always saying.
every day.
Import. Okay, here's the deck.
Okay, let's see.
Same deck as this
See
one.
if it freaking worked.
No, it didn't.
Wait, it might still be loading.
Oh, okay, it did.
I see a little. I see a little. There we go.
I'm stupid.
There it is.
Uh-huh.
It
That's
worked.
very cool. That's the same exact deck as this right here.
A scary one.
But does it update whenever those image files change?
This doesn't update automatically, but the deck file that you saved does. So you just have to export it again, and then put it in here again.
Okay, well that's pretty cool.
Assuming that you replace the images that you put in the deck file
Yep.
with different ones with the exact same name in the exact same spot.
Wait, hold on. If I change, say, this Zudikok writer in my folder where this PNG is, does it change it in the deck file?
Um, if you replace the PNG of this single card with a different version of this that has the same name as and is in the same file, then it will automatically update.
Cool. That's what I was hoping.
But
Sounds awesome.
yeah,
And then I also have to export it, but that's okay because
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Or to get it, but yeah,
okay, awesome.
yes, and that's how the West was won.
That okay. You could say that, I guess. That's a you have that right. Okay, cool. Thank you. Awesome.
Okay,
Get
okay.
these
You
out of
know
the
what?
way.
I want to go hog wild.
Yeah,
I want to just remake the entire deck myself
do it. Do it. I
using the
freaking
cards
dare
that are
you.
here.
Freaking dare you.
Well, now I'm scared.
I freaking. What about a Scintilloth? Scintilloth's
What
pretty
about
dope.
it?
It has 7 attention cost. It's a Genesis character. Has 12 authority
Mm.
and 5 integrity. And whenever it
Mm.
disputes something, if it rejects the target, you void your opponent's stockpile.
Ooh, that's pretty brutal.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe I'm not gonna take you up on that dare. I just got very intimidated. Um, I'll just make some more alterations. I'm gonna look at the stuff that wasn't helping me that much and just replace it.
Good call. SMH my damn head. Okay. Oh, there was something I was trying to say earlier, but I get off track really easily when I'm talking about this stuff. So yeah, I was telling you how one of the ideas was to have the integrity cost just be on bigger dudes. So the idea would
Mm,
be you play your all the smaller dudes are the ones, or at least the less impactful on the board dudes, are all the ones who don't have any cost besides attention cost. And the
and
point would be that you're like upgrading your dudes to get the way more powerful stuff. And
mhm.
but the back and forth between your opponent is trying to get rid of the dudes on the board so that they can't upgrade into more powerful ones. But then by
Oh
getting
yeah,
rid of their dudes on board, you're filling their stockpile, which will let them play their events.
that makes sense.
I might try redesigning stuff with that philosophy at some point.
I've also discovered maybe I should just mostly have characters and not so much effects. I mean
Yeah,
events.
yeah.
I mean, I'm sure the events are sometimes needed, like when you need cards, but like
But they also
I
might just
think
cost too
these
much.
guys are just the characters are just like the fuel. They're really
So
what you need.
what I'm thinking is that maybe uh, events cost too much in general.
Maybe. Uh, I'll still keep some though.
There is what's the event? You have the event in your deck that I'm thinking about. Hold on. Um, you're searching it, but I'm also gonna search it. Where is it? Uh, oh, maybe it's not in here anymore. Where'd it go?
You can find it first.
Maybe it's over here. Search. No, it's not over there. Maybe it's over
Ooh.
here. Search. Here it is. This card.
Oh yes,
That card can fill your stockpile pretty
that is
fast.
true. Probably shouldn't take that one
Yeah, I don't know. Like I legitimately don't know. I don't know what you're
out.
supposed to like. Also, in designing this card, say I made like almost all events cost stockpile. A card like that, does it should it cost stockpile then? If the point of the card is to fill your stockpile, it costs stockpile to then fill your stockpile. It's a
That
really
would make sense.
it's a weird design philosophy thing. Like it's like a ritual, right? But better. It does a lot more things. But like in Magic, rituals like cards that cost mana then make more mana than they
Hmm.
cost immediately. Um, those aren't fun. They're not good design. They're only good for very specific things in Magic, and
They're
the only
just dark.
reason, yeah, the only reason they're fun is because of later designs turning them into like storm type stuff, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, they're actually very unfun designs.
Hmm.
So I don't actually want to replicate that design in my game, right? So I don't know, like, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah, I'm not really sure.
But then also, I don't know how much a card is worth in this game. It's crazy, but a card is worth different amounts in every card game.
Mm. Yeah,
In
that's true.
Magic, it's worth a different amount than in Yu-Gi-Oh. In Yu-Gi-Oh, it's worth a different amount than in Pokemon. In Pokemon, it's worth a
And
different amount than in Hearthstone. Like
in
all of these
Uno, forget
games.
about
Yeah, forget about it. It's worth negative in Uno.
it.
Um, it's worth out of all those games, Pokemon a card is worth the least. Then it
On
goes
Pokemon.
Hearthstone. A card in Hearthstone is worth something, but it's not worth quite as much as it is in Magic.
Well, define worth.
Worth meaning how much do you need to do and are you willing to do to get an extra card?
Mm.
So in Pokemon, it costs you fucking nothing. You just play a card that says draw 3 cards and it costs you nothing. It's just a trainer. Just do it.
Yeah.
There you go. 0 mana, draw 3 cards. Like, Pokemon often have abilities that are just like draw 2 cards. It's one of their abilities, and it's weak. In the
Mm.
game, those aren't good cards actually, because if your Pokemon ability isn't either hindering your opponent or killing their Pokemon, then the ability isn't very good generally. So Pokemon
Mm.
abilities that only draw cards and they don't do extra stuff aren't that great. So drawing cards not worth that much in Pokemon. I mean, cards that
Yeah,
draw cards in
like,
Pokemon are still good. They're just
yeah.
not. You don't need to work as hard, and they don't do as much in the game because you need energy for your Pokemon to work. You need certain Pokemon for other Pokemon to be playable. Like it's
You
a
need
whole
point.
yeah. And then in Hearthstone, it just is easy to get card advantage. Like every card is generating card advantage in some way, and every time you draw a card for turn, you're getting an actual card. You're never drawing lands, so that means it's less likely that someone is going to get outvalued
Mm.
before the game ends. Generally, the game ends before value comes into play as much. I mean, there are still absolutely games of Hearthstone where value is what won the game, but it's less common than the other 2 games that I'm talking about. Then a card is worth more in Magic than it is in Hearthstone and Pokemon, but it's actually not worth as much as it is in Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh.
One card in Yu-Gi-Oh is worth a fuck ton because there are not cards that generate card advantage in Yu-Gi-Oh in the same
Oh.
ways that they can in Magic. You can't just pay a cost and draw 2 cards. That's not how the game works. So that's not a thing that happens. If Pot of Greed is banned, right? Like, do not like
Oh.
just spell draw card, right? That card's banned. You can't play it.
Oh.
And a card that says he's just throwing lucrative invocation in front of me. That's literally what I'm zoomed in on is right here. Um, but
Hold on. Let me just
oh yeah. There you
turn
go. The important.
that
It's
for 1 second.
very important. Just so you know.
Yeah.
Um. What's the
Hope I
button?
can make that the exact correct size again.
Isn't there a reset button?
uh,
There should. Isn't there? I could have sworn there was.
no. We're just gonna wing it.
That's incorrect. That's not the right size. Oh, what?
Oh, maybe that's the.
It did it for
Maybe
you.
that's the. There we go.
Cool. Anyway,
It knows
sorry,
me.
I'm being a mess. Um. So
Welcome to the club.
yeah. So if you had Pot of Greed that said it was Pot of Greed, but in addition to just playing it, you had to pay 6,000 life points, which is most of your life. You have 8,000 in the game, but you have to pay 6,000 to play this one. Draw 2 cards. People would still play that. Absolutely, that card would be insane.
The Yu-Gi-Oh kids at school were always very intense. I will say that.
Yeah, and I don't really like Yu-Gi-Oh
Generally,
that much. I think the game's a mess, and the design has been
and the cards are
pretty
like
bad.
you need like glasses to read them.
Yeah, it's horrible. They made
Mm.
the text box so small, and they have infinite words on them. You think
And
you
there's just
think
all sorts of dots
alchemy's
and
bad?
stars. Who knows what those are?
You think alchemy's bad? Dude, Yu-Gi-Oh is insane. Yu-Gi-Oh doesn't keyword things. There aren't keywords in Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh
They
God.
explain the whole ability every time. It's so bad. I don't like Yu-Gi-Oh design. It's gotten better when they switched design teams a couple years back, and it's gotten better. But it's still Yu-Gi-Oh design, so it's still not something I'm the style of design that I like. One of the things about Yu-Gi-Oh
Okay.
is it doesn't have standard or anything like that, so competitive
Oh,
play has to be balanced around all cards that are
everything.
legal. So when they design new cards, what they try and do is keep those cards from influencing decks that already exist, and they just try and create whole new decks every time,
Oh God.
so that older cards don't play into them, but they also don't at least completely overpower the other decks.
Hmm.
And often that leads to sets that just don't do anything in the game, and then sets that break the game. And then they have to ban one or two cards from the new deck, and then it settles into being a less good deck, but it's okay still, and then people can play it.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna steer clear from that one personally.
Yeah, that's I don't like the game. I like that I can just shake the deck to shuffle it.
Oh, we can?
Yeah,
Oh
it's
my
just
God.
that's so cool.
How
I,
haven't I seen that before?
I didn't know until I just picked it up, shook it around, and started shuffling.
Oh my God.
So I have two decks. What are you gonna do about that?
Probably lose again, but you know.
Ye- So anyway, as you can tell, I've been trying to figure out what a card is worth in this game and what each ability needs to cost to make sense. So, what are you doing? Oh, I got you.
I just
Cool.
forgot I kind of like those guys.
No, for sure. So, yeah, I think one of the things I can't do, which I've done in my initial designs, is have attention cost be what drives most of a card's power for like characters and locations. It just
That's
does not.
true.
It can't be that. And the reason it can't be that is a really good example of why it can't be that is this card right here. This is why it can't be that. These kinds of cards are why that can't be the way it is,
Yes.
because this card is really powerful. And while it does mean I cannot play very many other things after it, um, this costs zero. And that was an intentional thing. I wanted most obscure things to not cost you anything like a token, so it could be factored into it. Now, I could change the philosophy around that and make obscured things have attention costs like that or more than zero. I can do
Mhm.
that. But I wanted to start off with them being zero so I could treat them like tokens, just with different rules around them. So in that situation, that means that I can just play these things and it's just too powerful. Do you want to read the flavor text? In the eyes of
Yes, in a
Zuda.
dramatic voice.
Oh yeah. Do you want me to read it or are you gonna do it? Oh, sick.
Um, you can do.
All right. In
It's
the
your
eyes of
war.
Zuda, the oceans belong to them, and they would use all power at their disposal to enforce this idea. Good job.
Ew.
And then this
I
card
mean,
that's
that worked.
connected. This card connected
Yep.
says, "In the eyes of Zuda." Oh, whoops. I know. Oh, wait. What? Wait, what? No, I made a flavor text for this guy.
Yes. No,
It,
he does. I think you just run over the other one.
no, no. I did. I. Oh, maybe I did.
Is this a cursed hourglass?
No, yeah, yeah.
Ring
Oh, yeah,
symbol?
yeah. I'm sorry. I'm stupid. Wait, that no, I don't want to rotate it. I want to zoom. How do I zoom? Anyway, um, beings brought to life beings brought to life through Mancy were given rights in the eyes of Zudic law. This created a loophole for machines programmed by Mancy to slip through.
I like Mancy. She's a nice girl.
Okay. So yeah, the idea is that is that whenever Mancy would bring something to life, it technically
Hmm.
got rights under Zudic law. But
Oh,
machines
based.
weren't brought to life by Mancy. They were
Hmm.
programmed by Mancy. And therefore they technically slipped into a loophole.
Uh,
And the Zudic law didn't update to change that on purpose because a large portion of their workforce was machines. And
mm.
they did not want to have to give those machines rights and pay them wages.
I would never. No, God,
No,
no. Why would you do?
no, it's almost like Zuda is partially an allegory on capitalism and imperialism.
What?
What?
No. All you can do in that regard is just gives them a really clear allegory, and then everyone completely misunderstands it
Oh,
and takes it completely the wrong way.
100%. That is what will happen when if I am able to make this big enough that people play it, or just in general that this world gets seen by other people. That will 100% that will happen.
They're going to be like, you guys, I think the robots not having rights is kind of cool, honestly.
I think
I
robots
think that's
shouldn't have
why.
rights. Actually,
I agree. I think that's why it's this way in the game.
I know the robots claim to be sentient, but I mean, can a
But like,
robot
are
be
they?
sentient? They're not really alive.
Like, honestly, just because you say you're sentient and you feel pain, I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. All right, you can start. You can go first. Oh fuck,
Oh,
that's in my hand now. There you go. You can have it back.
I was gonna say I don't want your pity, but I do.
You do.
No
I
play
think
one of these.
you're gonna need it. Okay, can I ever play this card? How do you ever put this card into play? Did I fuck up on designing everything? I did, didn't I? I think I'm just bad at game design. That's okay.
Well, you know what? Uh,
Do I know
okay.
what?
Um, that's for you to find out.
No, it's not. I don't think I'll ever find out. All right, play that guy. Sort two. Do your thing. Okay. I will play Armored Horse. Lets me play another dude. I will play Battlefield Mender. Lets me trigger this dude's playability. Let me just combo off on you real quick. If you're okay with that. Trigger
First
this
turn.
playability. Play it again. Play this guy. No. Play this guy using this to. Oops. This. Deal 2 damage there. I forgot to mention this
It,
is a combo deck.
they really don't have rights, do they?
I am playing the oppressor versus the oppressed. That is absolutely
um,
true.
okay, we're just gonna have to have Leon in here then.
All right, Leon, let's go. Time for battle. Okay, well,
Well,
bye, bye, Leon. You have no rights either,
no,
I guess.
get back out of here. There we go.
All right, I'm gonna play Moth Rider. That becomes a theory.
No,
All right,
he's been theorized.
you gotta make it my
But
turn.
it does mean it's at zero though. This
Shit, I don't know if that was a good play on my part, but we'll play it. We'll keep going.
okay.
Make it my turn so I can make it your turn. There you
Hot potato.
go.
Oh, we have to play that game again.
The game is fun.
Uh,
I just want to play it with more people.
yeah, yeah. You gotta have that game back.
True. Well,
Um,
Christian's getting a new computer in a couple weeks,
oh,
so he should, and he's off on Thursdays, so he should be able to join us.
okay, that would be fun.
Yeah,
That'd be a good stream. Watchable content.
yeah. I don't know anyone else who I have who is like I've got friends, but I don't know
Me neither.
who else is available on Thursday nights.
Certainly not the cast of Critical Role. Um, well,
Too bad, man. I got him. I have him right here. I could just call him right
I
up. Of
know this
course,
at any moment.
my best friend Matt Mercer.
Am Regal. Okay. Well, okay. Moth Rider's the biggest one.
His spooker. I sure played my cards, huh?
He sure did. Several of them. Um, but this guy's at three. But he can only hit for one. He's a small boy, isn't he? Okay, let's just kill the Mentor then, I guess.
True that. So yeah, I think. Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna just attack Leon. Oh gosh. Oh geez. Oh man, the camera's all over the place. I was trying to tap this. Attack Leon for 3. There you go. So I think
Ish.
if I do some like rebalancing redesign, I
Mhm,
might test out having all events cost stockpile, and then
mhm.
better dudes costing integrity.
It's worth a shot.
Just test it out, see what it looks like. Okay, that's pretty spooky. So,
I'm probably gonna have like an irrational emotional attachment to these cards because they were the first ones that I used.
that's okay. If you want to keep playing them, I can keep just updating the. This is the first one I put together, and the first one that I'm probably gonna have finished with all of the skier cards. So,
Uh,
deal 1 to. I can't kill either of them this phase. What's the best course action? I'm gonna deal 1 to Leon over here. You start
this is
calling him that,
official
so now
name
I'm gonna
now.
call him. Yeah, it's his name now. I mean, his name is
Um,
actually Teiyu, but that's fine. Yeah,
mhm.
he has lore. Okay,
Well, hold on there.
let's find out this
I'll ask.
lore. Ask the magnifying glass. The last of the nomad scholars, wandering in solitude, the wisdom of his people dying with him.
Well, that's what it says on his Instagram anyway.
Yeah.
Um, let's let's just let's take out this little pirate ship here.
As it dies, let's figure out what it's about. The Zeudic navy dominated in all the northern seas, unmatched in firepower and economic influence.
Uh, yeah, that's a pirate ship.
True,
For
truly
sure, a
is.
pirate ship. You wouldn't download a car.
I would if I had to. Pass.
Damn. There's actually I know a video game where you can download a car.
Is it
Um,
called Watch Dogs?
no, it's called what was it? It's not Hypnospace Outlaw, but it's similar. Broken Reality, that was it.
Never heard of that. Heard of Hypnospace
Um,
Outlaw?
I love Hypnospace. Um, nothing bad.
Incredible. Draw 2 cards. Untap my boy. Okay. You're still on the play?
Ooh, okay. And then we're gonna play our boy, the one and only.
Oh.
Actually, there's like three of them. Okay.
There are 4 in your deck.
Oh, um,
Sure.
okay. Yes.
This is interesting.
I know me just randomly doing things without any strategy whatsoever makes for some really interesting situation.
Dispute your Cenolite with Moth Rider.
Oh, okay. Let's start being sensible again.
Again?
And we want to start now. Um, okay, yeah, we're gonna just get rid of the moth. Gonna swat it.
That checks out, yeah. Him's dead. Okay. Teiyu. Okay, we're gonna play Ardent Shell and grab a drone and put it into my hand. This card right here. Just a 2/1. Here we go.
Yes. So, um, Teiyu. It's Leon. We'll get rid of.
Leon?
We'll get rid of the horse.
Horse died for my sins.
What if when you change his art, you actually change his name to Leon just as a reference to how he used to be Leon?
Leon Bunage. Yeah, sure. I might do that actually. There's a card in my deck that has a very funny story for how it got named what it is. I'm gonna dispute Leon over there for 2.
Okay.
In fact, I'm gonna just. I'll find it. This card.
And those. Okay.
Yeah, it's pronounced Amajaga,
Okay.
and
Yes.
um, so
I can imagine. It seems like a sort of Ligma situation, maybe.
It's kind of it's kind of an onomatopoeia
Oh,
situation where I
what
asked.
is it like? Is that the noise the is that the noise that the boat makes when it moves?
No, actually, I just asked my brother what I should name this boat, this like mammoth cruiser boat thing. It should have a name because it's supposedly legendary. And he just made a random noise, like as a joke. And I said, okay, I'm going to name it that. And it has literally been named that for like 10 years.
Yes,
That's how it got its name 10 years ago. And it is currently still that.
excellent.
I think that kind of shit is really fun.
Well,
It's also a
yes,
story I
it
can
is.
always tell in the future. And then it
10 years
also
ago, I
just.
was just a vegetable.
All right.
Uh,
Well, we're on round one still.
not for long.
Not for long. Oh, you passed. Well, I'm gonna play
No,
Battlefield Mender.
I forbid it.
It readies this, right? Does it ready it? No, no, it doesn't ready it. It just trigger the playability and reset its integrity, which its
Mm.
integrity didn't go anywhere. So, but it triggers its playability. So I get another one of these.
Mm.
You go.
Mm.
Ah, passes again. What could be happening over there?
I know, right?
Okay. We'll kill good old Leon.
Oh well, he's a theory anyway.
Yeah, but I don't want you to randomly draw cards.
Well, don't you worry. Not gonna happen.
Nice. Okay, I will play this.
Oh, God.
Okay, I'll play this.
Oh my God.
I'm so sorry. What is? Does your hand just not let you do anything? Oh my God, no! No, 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 no. See, this proves that these need to be cheaper. That they
You
cost
know,
way too much.
I
See,
specifically,
what
but
I
I
was
I put way
thinking.
more characters in the deck. I really did.
So here's what I was thinking: is I need to reduce the costs on these, and then on top of that, effects like this need to do less. So
Mm.
this needs to be turned into sort one. This can stay sort one though, because this is probably underpowered already as it is. And then what's a good example of? Oh, sorry. This one. No. Well, whatever. You have cards in your deck that are good examples. Uh, well, I don't know where they are. The card that like sort five.
They're at the bottom where I can't possibly use them.
Yeah, all of these cards that stock a bunch of cards and sort a bunch of cards should just do less of that. They should still do it, but do less, and then I can reduce the costs on all of this. So then the value of stocking a card, putting a card into your stockpile, can be higher, can be worth more to you because
Mm.
all those costs are lower, but you get less cards in your stockpile easily.
Yeah.
So what we want is we want the value of one of my dudes in play going to my stockpile to be higher than it is currently. And to
Mm.
do that, it needs to be one of these needs to be able to pay for more. So that means all of these have to go down so that one of
Mm.
these gets me closer than that. Meaning us trading dudes in play is more likely to be able to pay for my events. Because
Yeah.
right now, if you just draw 5 cards in your first phase, there's a ton of events that's not going to be able to pay for just with those like 4 of those cards going to your stockpile. There's so many events
Mm.
that can't pay for. So it needs to be much lower costs so that just
Yeah.
the natural trading of gameplay is more likely to pay for more cards.
Mm. Yeah. Maybe there could also be like an event that just kind of proves itself if you pay the cost. And maybe it does
Um,
something else, but it could just prove
I was
itself.
trying to prevent that from being
Oh,
a card because I don't think it's a good design. I think
oh,
this is better design. So the version this maybe shouldn't cost less though. The other cards, sure, maybe some of these other cards should cost less. These two cards actually are really powerful
yeah,
because both of them are just skipping the having
yeah.
to get to the end step. So
Might
this
be
is
fine. I might just be getting back to my usual luck
I
when it
would
comes to
say
draws.
I would say just with these two. This card maybe
Mm.
doesn't need to cost 8. It probably
Because it
could
does
cost
affect
less.
you also.
Yeah. Whereas these two because it's just like my opponent can't interact with this. If I have a thing in play, I can just prove it by playing for this. I think that, and I do want these cards to exist because it
Hmm.
influences you to want to focus on this kind of gameplay instead of having to play the same rules as everyone else. One of the
Yeah.
fun things about like card games is being able to have different styles of play. But yeah, you also
Yep.
feel it feels like you got really unlucky there too.
Yes. Super duper
To
duper
make
duper
this
duper.
smoother, here's what I want you to do.
Hmm.
Put those back in your hand.
Yep.
Don't show me which one you keep. Put two of them on the bottom and draw two new cards.
Oh, okay.
But keep one of them.
I
But
can't
don't.
wait to get two new events. Um, I wonder
I
what they'll be.
believe.
Um,
Excuse me.
okay.
I actually believe in
Um,
changing things and doing things like that as you play when you're testing a game
changing that we don't do that here.
because you don't want to get stuck with just be like, well, I guess that's just how it goes. You know, if you want to keep playing, you want to figure things out, you want to be able to play the game.
Yeah.
So it should be
Okay.
your turn.
Just in general. Okay.
I'm gonna put this back in my
Um.
hand, and we'll just pretend I did this. Just played that, and now it's your turn.
Okay. Well, we got this guy
Love that guy. He's a beautiful boy.
living for him.
I'm going to dispute him.
Well, apparently you don't really.
No, I don't. I think he's trapped. No, I'm just kidding.
Um. mm, Let's see. Who can we murder?
Don't say it like that.
Who can we absolutely
Just annihilate.
eviscerate?
Just eat alive. Just who can we
Um,
absolutely garbage trash can?
I guess that
Also,
makes sense.
another thing, it could be that you don't get enough cards in a round.
Oh,
Like that could be
maybe
part of it.
that would help.
Yeah, it could be that instead of 5 and 2, it should be higher. Maybe it should be 6 and 3. Maybe it should be 7 and 3. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think it makes sense to kill the three guy.
Yeah, seems like a good play. All right. Well, I'm gonna play another drone. Go on ahead.
Go on ahead.
Ooh, I'm gonna kill. We're gonna dispute your Mirite. What's Mirite say?
This is just
Oh,
like
he's
debate
gone.
club. I think we read him last time, but I absolutely forgot.
Oh, I think we did too. The endless wars convinced the people of Skier that their only option was to prepare a defense.
Oh yeah, because I said the only option was to draw an additional card, and everyone clapped. That's I remember now. Okay,
All right, what does drone say? What are these two? They're a pair. They go together.
I know. We need to know everything about everyone.
First, we're gonna start up here. With the machine exodus, Zuda had to find a way to replace their mechanized armies without inadvertently granting them sentience.
That would be cringe.
True, inadvertently giving things sentience is
Imagine
kind of
being
cringe.
sentient.
Drones. Oh, there's an extra R there. Okay, I gotta.
Drones created.
Created by Zudic artificers had to be manually controlled as they could not be programmed via Mansi without consequence.
Hmm. So at least they're trying to avoid, um,
The making the same
a
mistakes.
hellish sci-fi dystopia.
No, so
Um,
they're trying to avoid the rebellion of their own creations
oh yeah, well
again.
that's fair. I mean, making them not sentient, that's fine. They can totally do that.
Yeah. So Northern
The less
Blitz.
sentience, the better. That's what I always say.
I'm gonna void these 4 cards to play this guy from my stockpile as a theory. That's the wrong thing. He's a theory. Triggers
E.
playability. Lets me. I'm gonna trigger this playability. Get me another drone. Drone. Your go.
Um, remember the time that you let me put cards on the bottom and draw one?
I do remember that
Remember
time.
that?
I do remember that
Um,
time. Yeah.
would it be conceivable for that to happen again? Maybe.
Hmm.
He never shows up at the right time.
He does not seem to show up at the right time. What did we keep? Did we keep the board wipe? Is that what we kept?
Maybe.
Maybe. Oh, that would have been sick too.
I know.
If only we could have gotten there, huh? Damn, that's crazy.
I mean, I could just draw a 5 on here if we want.
Scribble, 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 scribble. I mean, that might be what
Oh,
I.
wait, it's a
No,
line.
you're on the line tool. There's a blue dot there now.
5.
But like for this,
5.
I'm thinking 5 was where I was gonna go after I change all the other
5.
cards.
Okay.
So all right, so board wipe. So now my board's gone.
Ah, yes, that was totally fair and balanced.
I think you
Okay.
did a really good job killing my whole board there.
Yes, we didn't have to change the rules on the fly even once.
Yeah, the game's just working perfectly as intended.
It's actually like better than Magic the Gathering.
Say it like that. There you go.
Now, maybe the battle should be settled by doing
Flicking.
this.
Fuck. Who's the theory now?
Oh god. Okay. It landed in your hand. Wow.
Well, anyway.
Oh yeah, it's gone anyway.
Well, I have no cards left. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Sorry.
I think that means Luigi wins by doing absolutely nothing.
You have a Luigi?
Um, yes, actually, he's on the back of all of my cards.
I don't believe you, but that's cool.
Hold on, how did I think of this before? Hold on.
Well, hold on now. What are you doing? Hold on now. Woke. Pharaoh knew woke.
Okay, now I'm gonna try to use this as an intimidation tactic
Awaken.
to help to help my to help my chances. He's
Went
just
from
looking
a
scornfully.
went from a subtle smile to a scorn. Angie. Do you do art? You're incredible.
I know, right? I'm just such an artist.
Damn, fuck, he's so mad at me. What did I do, man? Did I
You
try
know,
stealing
you
books
know.
from your sanctuary? His
Yes.
The Infinite Sanctuary is what it's called.
You actually, this is his face where he says, "Never talk to me or my child again," because you tried to steal his baby.
Didn't know such thing. I created your baby, Pharaoh.
Also, the baby has like a little top hat.
Yeah, well, he's a gentleman.
Yeah, like that.
Also, it's your turn now.
He's a
There you go.
YouTube skeptic. Okay. Um, no, I can't do anything.
I can't do anything either.
Let's just keep doing that until like the heat death of the universe. Oh, want me to do her next?
Sorry, it's just moving around. I'm not doing it. It's just doing it on its own.
Oh yeah,
You
it must
can't
be
really
that guy in
control
the
it.
chat who's doing it, I think.
Yeah, whoever that is.
He's
Rude
actually
guy.
hacked into the game. I know it's drawn it on the underside. I just ruined him.
Okay, well,
That's a success for one of us, for sure.
I have so much work to do. So much work to do. Thank you for humoring me.
I mean, I probably just got unlucky. I mean, I'm sure there are things to change, but like, also, this is my usual luck. My luck last time was beginner's luck.
Right.
This is the average right now.
I see. Good to know. Good to. I'll remember that.
If that affects the balancing,
Jeez,
if you want
Christian,
to include a handicap.
where the dang heck were you? head is itchy. Okay. Well, now that I know how to make those deck files, I can just delete most of this stuff and just import them new.
Oh yeah, you can super do that.
I'm gonna get these
He's
out
a
of here.
vampire now.
Man, what the heck? Why is he a vampire? Who let this vampire
Because
in
it's
here?
season 5 and we
We
need to
need
keep up
content.
viewership.
Season 5, we need content.
He also died like 3 times, but he came back all every time.
Okay, funny you say that, because lore wise, he does die and technically doesn't when he does die.
Oh.
He, when I say it out loud, it sounds so silly, but he like he transferred his consciousness to another person, sort of. But that sounds so silly.
No, I mean it happens all the time.
No, that's the problem. Is it's like fantasy games when they don't know how to do what they want to do with something, they just go, "Oh, they just were able to do it with their powers," and like that's not really how it works.
I
There's
mean,
a
have you made like a
reason.
full-on magic system or something yet?
What?
Have you made like a full-on magic system with
Yeah,
rules yet?
yeah. There's a.
Okay.
It's a hard magic system. It has a lot of rules to
Oh,
it. Um, it's a hard magic system a la like Avatar: Last Airbender. So,
okay.
for example, there's a lot of rules to it, but you're able to like manipulate reality in a way that um, isn't science. It's still magic.
Hmm.
It still seems like magic because, for example, if you're a pyromancer, you. So okay, I think I told you magic is tied to organs in your body. Have I told
I
you?
don't think I heard
I don't
that.
remember who I've talked to about
Magic
this yet.
Hunch, did he tell me that?
Let's find out. Ask my owner.
Did you
Who
tell me?
owns? Who owns Magic
No
Conch?
one does.
Holy shit.
I think that was just a refusal to answer.
Yeah, I can tell. So yeah, so the magic. So okay, so let's start with the gods. The gods actually come from another like dimension,
Hmm.
and they escaped that dimension because those gods were actually being hunted down by the other gods of that dimension. So
Oh,
they
oh
found
no.
a way to escape that dimension. And when they did, they kind of crash landed on this planet shard of an already broken apart planet.
Hmm.
And the realm they came from was more conceptual in power, so there weren't hard and fast rules for how things worked. It was all
Oh,
willpower based. The whole like existence and creation was like willpower, and it's very
it
murky.
was it was based on vibes
It
more
was
than anything.
vibes based, exactly. But um it's not a fire magic system, but that's close. It's a blood magic system. But anyway,
Uh-huh.
I'll get to that. But when they came through, because they went from one with a world with its own like essentially logic and rules behind how that realm exists, so it had its own like physics and its own science, quote unquote, to a realm with
Hmm.
a different set of rules, their whole existence like morphed to match the realm they were going into. So they went
Oh,
from like vaguely, and this is stuff that I wouldn't explain to anyone who's like reading my book or playing the games. They wouldn't know this, but this is like the framework I'm using to go from one place to the next. And it would be in like quote unquote the Bible of that I'm working with. Like you know how when creators are making their fictional worlds, they have a Bible.
yeah,
This information would be in there, but not anywhere else. But
yeah, that
anyway,
makes sense.
but it helps me kind of contextualize the way these characters would talk about things and how they would think
Yeah,
about them because the gods would know this. But anyway, so then they became more physical because things in this realm that they're ending up in, that this whole story takes place in, is much more physical. It is not conceptual based. It is not vibes based, quote unquote. It is
yeah.
physical. So the biology would have to like the biology of the gods would generate and they would become biological beings with similar power as a god, but it would have to fit the rules structure of this universe or
Oh,
of this realm. So gods became biological gods because they were able to still be gods. And the rule set, how I have it working, is the center of their power is their heart. And the heart is able to manipulate blood in such a way that magic can be used, right? Like vague, like just generally vaguely, um, the heart pumps. It does normal things that our hearts do, where it pumps blood, but then just organs in general can have multiple functions when there's magic involved. So when magic is involved, like all gods have this magic, and they call it mancy in the world, but they have this magic because it's the god magic, that their heart also facilitates blood burning. And blood burning is how magic happens. So let me try and think of a way to describe this because I'm just going to ramble a whole bunch. And let me know if I should stop and if you don't want to continue me rambling. Um, because I can go on forever. So, you know.
I mean, I'm here for
Okay, so
it.
let me continue to. Oh yeah, it's a really cool magic system. It takes a long time to explain all the parts, but I decided to go from the beginning. I could have done a simpler explanation, but I wanted to go from the beginning anyway. So anyway, um, so the magic works like this: um, organs in your body have functions that adapt the usage of blood through the organ to do certain manipulations of the world around you.
Mhm.
Um, that organ facilitates the burning of the blood, and the heart is like the brain of your magic,
Oh.
right? So it pumps the blood harder to that part of your body when doing the magic. So, for example, if you're a pyromancer, your stomach is your mancy organ. So when you
Mhm.
want to do pyromancy, your heart will pump more blood to a specific part and sort of in a specific way using magic dust. I don't know what you want to call it. Just your heart facilitates your magic, so it pumps to that organ because you're a pyromancer, so it pumps it to the stomach. The stomach does its alternate function, which it has normal stomach functions of breaking down food, but also if you're a mancer with the ability to use magic, it also facilitates pyromancy, and so it will then convert your blood into magic by burning it,
Oh.
and the burning then produces the energy like chi in Avatar: Last Airbender to
Mhm.
manipulate the world around you the way that you would, but each organ has the capacity to do certain types of that, right? So if the
Oh.
stomach is your pyromancy one, it has the knowledge, quote unquote, the DNA in it that gets manipulated by God's blood and stuff to know how to do pyromancy.
Now, is it kind of like based on like the four, what do they call it? The four humors in like old psychology, where like they thought that your
Actually,
stomach dictated this and that, and your
it's actually
and like.
not, but that's really interesting. That would have been very interesting. It's based on just the way what I've been doing is I've been having in-world logic for why each organ does what it does. That just works for me. Have you seen the guy on TikTok making biopunk FPS? Yeah. I've seen that. It looks really cool. The biopunk FPS where you use different organs for buffs. That's cool. It's very cool. Um, so anyway, but also the phrasing of like pyromancy, cryomancy, telemancy, all that is a social construct. It is created by the people who study it. It's
Mhm.
technically a big spectrum. You could have magic, your mancy, be centered in your stomach, but not do the same pyromancy as someone else. So pyromancy itself is a spectrum, but it's something that scholars and people who practice mancy would use to describe a whole school of mancy. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And they center it on organs. And so each organ can have multiple types of mancy it can do, but then those are all in a similar school. So, for example, your kidneys can do cryomancy, hydromancy, and hemomancy
Eh,
as the main schools people know about. Hemomancy is completely forbidden. If you can do it, you're actually probably going to get arrested if you ever do it. Uh, but there's a whole cultural reason why hemomancy is completely forbidden. Um,
is it blood?
because it's blood, but also because all magic has to do with blood. So if
Yep.
you can
Yep.
do hemomancy, you can control everyone else.
Mhm.
Very fucked up. So anyway, that's me basically explaining the system. But also, if you can do cryomancy, you can learn to do hydromancy
Oh yes, that makes sense.
because they're from the same organ, and because they manipulate similar things in the world around you. There's different types of pyromancy like that are related to one another. that, like, say your type of pyromancy is explosion based. You can make things combust instantly and explode, whereas someone else's, they can make their hands into like flamethrowers. Well, if you
Oh,
trained hard enough, you could learn each other's skills,
mhm.
because you're, even though each of you was predisposed to be better at one than the other because of your biology, because it's the same organ, you can train that organ to be able to do the things that the other one does because you're in the same place. But if I am a pyromancer, I cannot, almost in almost no circumstance can I learn hydromancy,
Oh,
because my kidneys just don't have mancy in them. They don't have the built-in ability to do that style of mancy. Only my stomach does.
mhm.
Um, Now, wasn't there something about gaining powers from ancient blood? Yeah, I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna get to that. Hold on. There's a bunch of shit. Don't spoil it, Christian.
That's chapter 3.5.
So I was telling you the magic comes from the gods, and the gods, their hearts are the center of the blood. And so instead of in our world, another thing that I didn't even say that's different about the biology in this world, um, in in the real world, blood is created in bone marrow, right?
I assume.
That's how, I don't know if you knew that. In the
No.
real world, your marrow inside of your bones is what is where your blood gets created.
Ew.
Yeah, you didn't know
Okay.
that?
Nope.
Where'd you think blood
Did
got
not pay
created?
attention in biology.
That's
I
fair.
don't know.
No, I'm not blaming you. You're good. I actually learned that a couple years ago, like after I was already out of
Oh,
high school. I didn't even know it
okay.
from high school, and I probably learned it in high school, but just forgot. And
I try not to think about anything inside my body, frankly.
that's fair. So I
Yeah.
learned it from a TikTok. Isn't that crazy? And I looked it up. So here we are.
And then you were like, oh my God, write that down.
Yeah, no joke. I was like, this is amazing. I need to know this. So that is still true technically in this world, but only for mortals. It is not true for the gods.
Oh,
When the gods' bodies change to be physical, they just don't have bones the normal way we do. They have bones, but not the same way mortals do. Their blood, which is a special kind of blood, is created in their hearts.
oh. Their bones and blood are spelled with the B emoji, not just B.
No, it's spelled with the S set, which is a letter in German
Oh,
that is two S's, but the old version it looks like a B.
yes.
Anyway,
Yeah.
um, uh,
And
so the gods have that. Now, there's just so much to talk about with all this shit. Sorry. Okay, so you may be wondering, you've got mortals, and the mortals were already there. There was a lot of mortals already on this planet when the gods like essentially crash landed on it. So where did the mortals get this magic? Well, two places. So he said ancient blood. That goes to one thing, but that doesn't come to where most magic comes from in this world now. The gods learned how to manipulate the world around them because they didn't know when they first got there. When they first crash landed, they couldn't do magic. They couldn't do god stuff. They couldn't create
yeah.
things. They couldn't manipulate things, and they were kind of fumbling around as like creatures that couldn't control things around them, like they were used to being able to do. And there were people called the Nirim who were a group of mortals who already lived there, who practiced a form of ancient blood magic.
Mhm.
And their form of blood magic was they had to bleed and use the blood from them bleeding, or like take vials of blood and do like incantations which would cause the blood to burn and do a spell essentially, and would do
Uh-huh.
that's how what they did. The gods took that from them and used their own blood, and were able to figure out how to manipulate their own blood to do magic, which was a lot easier to do, but it came from within them and was restricted. So the blood tribes is what the gods called them, even though they were, they weren't like tribal, but they called them that. Could do like you could it didn't matter who you were or what your biology was. Anyone could do cryomancy, anyone could do pyromancy. They just needed to do the right incantations or the right like ways of using their own blood. They had to bleed first because it had to be external. It was the only way for them to do it, and then they would burn that external blood to do whatever they needed to do. But the gods were restricted by whatever biology got created by them transferring from one realm to another. So then that's how each god became the god of X, the god of Y, because of their restrictions. That god literally couldn't manipulate things that were not in their wheelhouse.
Mm, that makes sense.
But they were able to do it from within, so they could burn the blood in their veins to do it. And that's where the god's blood, like being magic, came from, because their hearts were
And
able to do that kind of stuff. Than
uh,
the way regular mortals who weren't even near him, like there were like Niram and human and elf type things and a bunch of other mortals that just called each other mortals. They weren't just regional. They didn't really, you know, the races weren't really. That's not how they referred to each other.
mm,
They got the power of gods way late, like just a whole bunch of shit happened. But anyway, they get the power of gods through what are called God's blood pacts, which is where you go through a whole ordeal, uh, prove yourself to a god, and the god will give you their blood. But what happens is the god has to kill you. Like the god, some of the more dramatic gods will literally reach into your chest, crush your heart, like kill you by crushing your heart,
mm,
then give you a blood transfusion from them that will
eh,
regrow your heart.
eh,
Yeah,
they would.
it's and I wanted it to be very physical because the point
Yes.
was that they went from something immaterial to a physical plane, so even all of the steps to gaining their magic had to be very physical.
Mm,
So they literally crush your heart, uh, give you a blood transfusion. The blood from the god will regrow your heart, but using the information and biology from that god, and then from there the blood will pump through your veins and recreate change your biology to match the way it needs to be able to do Mancy. So depending on which god you got that pact from, you will have a different a different organ is going to change.
so no one could just do magic by themselves.
They
Oh,
can if their parents or if their
oh,
lineage comes from someone who did a God's blood pact.
okay.
But every generation it gets weaker every time, and it
Mm,
happens very fast. So it's during the time when the gods are around and doing stuff. God's blood pacts are really common to do, like third, fourth generation. You reinvigorate your bloodline is like a way that I talked about it.
mm,
Um, but the thing is in because the gods came from a conceptual realm, they didn't just completely change to match the realm they were in, because otherwise they would never have been able to create the blood burning magic from the idea of the blood tribes like magic. They wouldn't have been able to just go, oh, now our bodies can do this. They were able to still have some bit of their power from where they were from, but they had to quote unquote follow the rules of the realm they're in. So what they do is to make it work between to transfer quote unquote the power from their heart, the magic that's in their heart, to through their blood to the person they're giving the transfusion. They
mm,
take something from them. So they people like not all the gods require someone to do like a trial for them, like a whole ordeal for them, but they don't have a choice. They have to take something from them. And what they take from them is usually like what in the story right now I have it as just like whatever is most important to who they are,
like
because
a
I wanted it to,
baby.
yeah, I was like a baby, because I wanted it to be pretty like I wanted it to have a lot of narrative weight. So if it has a little bit less realism to it, because this doesn't need to have a whole lot of realism, I just want the magic system to feel like it has rules. I don't need it to be
Yeah.
like science fiction. I want the magic system to just have rules. And so
Mm,
if the rule is you lose what makes you who you are, because I like that better than
yes.
you lose what's most important to you. I don't like that. I like you lose what makes you who you are is so more interesting because it makes every time a conflict of identity, and I think that that's really interesting for
Yeah,
this
I
kind
think
of
so too.
story and world. So yeah, you lose. Oh, this one's anti grav. Just
Yeah.
this guy, or is everything anti
Well,
grav now?
maybe
Maybe I wasn't even paying
conceivably.
attention. Why do you do this to me? Please stop. No, please. I need to have control. No, please, please.
No, there's control is an illusion.
Please, please. Okay, so yeah, I just keep going off. I was just trying to talk. To you.
Could there be an expansion where the things that were chasing the gods find them?
Yes, yeah, it's part of the story.
Oh, oh,
Yeah, some of them do, but they
okay.
don't make the transition from the old world to the new one in quite the same way because they don't take the same path the gods did. The
Oh,
gods make it more or less unscathed compared to the ones following them. The ones following them in the lore get called the Forgotten Gods, and they become more grotesque
oh,
when they try and make the transition from the old world to the new one. And they come much later down the line because they get brought through like a rift that gets opened by this nation called the fuck, what do they call them? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. They're a dual nation of night and day, where it's like the Solatics and the Lunar Embassy, and it's like this
oh.
big empire that has a dual nature to it, where people who are part of the Lunar Embassy uh, essentially do crimes for them because the people who are the Solatics have to be pure, and the
Is
people
there
who
is their motto like a Latin, whatever the Latin is for be gay, do crime?
yeah, why not? Yeah, for sure, for sure. But like they don't the Lunar Embassy, the people from there get paired with people from the Solatics because the Solatic like priests and nobles need someone to do all of the like dirty work for them. Essentially, they need to because they have to maintain a certain image, and it means they can't do like conflict. They can't do like anything that could be perceived as you know morally negative. So
Oh.
their lunar counterpart has to do it for them, and this is completely everyone's aware. Everyone knows this system that there's like these two counterpoint like styles of living in this
A
nation.
whole country of scapegoats.
It's literally their like their cult. This is a culture. Like this is what they do. This is how it works. Is you choose whenever you're a part of the Solatics, you choose that you have to be the symbol for your nation, and the Lunar Embassy are the ones who do a lot of the underground in the dark work for the nation.
Mm.
Um, but anyway, they're like the first nation to worship the sun instead of the gods,
Oh.
and so they like rip a hole through the the realm that they're in to into the other realm to bring out the hunters who are the forgotten gods to help them bring about the end of the era of gods.
Oh.
Yeah,
R slash atheist in New York.
exactly. Well, I mean they do worship the sun. I mean, so they're not. I wouldn't say
Oh, it's
atheists.
true.
Yeah, but there's a lot of sun worship in this world that comes after this. This is the nation that kind of initiates the idea to the world, and it spreads like wildfire across a lot of
I mean,
places.
they do kind of, rip people's hearts out.
Yeah,
It's a
it's
little
edgy.
intense.
So yeah, 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 yeah. Well, also,
It's not optically great for them.
I really enjoy using that as my template for like societies of self determination as well, because it allows me to create a lot of different cultures that believe a similar thing but act about it very differently.
Um,
So you have like the first one, which is a very like closed system, all about like image, like world image and proselytizing, right? That's the first
mhm.
nation that worships the sun. But then you have like a bunch of other nations in the western side of this like um, planet shard that are just very different in their belief, but very unified in the idea that the gods are unjust. Like
Mhm.
worship of the gods is unjust because these aren't things to be worshipped. They're aliens. That's the way they talk about it.
Yep,
It's
that
like
is true.
they're like these are just beings from another realm that have power. They are not to be worshipped, and their power over you is unjust.
Mhm.
And like that's a big. I like that a lot. That's very
Kind of fair.
aesthetic. Very aesthetic.
Are some of the are some of the gods just actually like nice though?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, so
Okay.
the because I wrote the gods to just be people, but they have power.
Hmm.
And
Yep,
having
yep.
power affects people and makes them act differently and do different things, but they're still people. And
Yep.
that's the way I wrote the gods. So you have
Yeah.
gods who are like megamaniacal, power hungry people, but most of them aren't like that. Even the ones who are bad and use their power in bad ways are still complex and written to be that way. You're not supposed to root for them. You're not supposed to have sympathy for them because they do have unjust power, but they're still written to be complex people that I can write and
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
interesting
I think
things.
that's my favorite when they write gods like that. I think that's the best way to do it.
Yeah, and it makes it easier because if I think about them as aliens with power, it works easier. If I don't think about them from my writing perspective as gods, it's easier to do because the people think of them as gods, but like I don't want to write them that as like omniscient, super crazy, powerful. But anyway, the god
Yeah.
right here is like that's on here. The Feranu, the god of knowledge, um,
Mm.
has
Vampire.
it has a lot of shit. Yeah, the vampire, yeah, has a lot of shit that I've written for him. He is very complex.
Hmm.
I like him a lot.
Yes.
Um,
Knowledge gods are usually the best. I mean, you've got Ogma. You've
he's
got
uh
Ioun.
he's kind of a mixture of a lot of characters in a way. I mean, I take inspiration from stuff and then I just write, but like there are a couple inspirations for Ferranu. One of the first inspirations where the starting point for my creation of this god was Wan Chitong. Are you into Avatar? I don't know actually.
I only like know about it. I haven't actually seen it. Like
You
I know a lot of things, but not like I'm
Quentin,
not
I'm
an
begging
expert.
you. Quentin, I'm begging you to watch that show.
I know I need to watch
Okay,
it.
I just
I
want you
do
to do
know
it
a
at
lot
some
about it
point.
though. I mean, I know like
It's
the
so
basics of it.
worth it. So
I
Wang
know, I know.
Chitong is a spirit who has a giant library. You're allowed to visit
Yeah.
it, but you can't take anything out of it.
Mm.
Well,
He's
no, that's
just
not it. You can't use it for like nefarious purposes, I guess is one way you could say it.
yes.
Um, because a long time ago, a Fire Nation dude went in there, learned about when the next like comet was coming, and waged
Mm.
war based on that, and took over, genocided
Oh,
the air nomads based on
oh,
that. So he was like, okay, if people come in here now, they cannot like do
oh.
any X, Y, and Z. So that was my starting point. Was this spirit called Wan Chitong? He is fucking sick as hell. Um,
Is that just how all of Aang's people died?
yeah, yeah. The Fire Nation killed them all in
Okay.
war. It was pretty crazy, pretty brutal. That show's so good. That show is really, really good. And that was my starting point. But then from there, I did a lot more. I tried to turn him into a sort of behind the scenes character who pulls a lot of strings, and a not a mad scientist, but a scientist type guy who's
Hmm.
testing things out, who wants to see what can be done in this realm. So he does a
Mm.
lot of creating life as well. He creates a shit ton of different beings out of nothing,
Oh boy.
which is not something very many gods can do at all. And there's a ton of them just out there when he was experimenting. He does a shit ton of experiments to create life in a lot of different ways. And he created the sphinxes. So if you've seen the sphinxes in your
Oh yeah.
stuff, those are walking knowledge banks that they just wander the whole world, and
Like how?
they eternally have a large portion of knowledge built into them that he put inside of them that they could protect by just existing. Just in case
No
something
way.
happened, they could protect the part of knowledge of whatever information or history or
Oh,
language or whatever was a part of them, and they wander that
right.
way. Um, he created these things that ended up by other people being called the Tallmen, and he didn't call them anything. He just created them, and they were when they were created to do a very specific purpose, which was build certain like repositories of knowledge. But he didn't like end date them or do anything with them. So once they finished, they just sat there and were like, okay, I guess we do nothing now. We've finished our purpose. But they didn't die. They didn't end. They didn't decide to do other things. And slowly over time, by just doing nothing for a long time, they like they're they kind of, I don't know how to explain. They just like shifted their brain into believing that they still needed to do what he had created them to do. But
Oh,
because it had been so long, they no longer had the context for what they should build. So over time, they just started building things aimlessly. So the Tallmen, way later on, are mindless builders. Essentially, they're just always building constructs that
oh,
are that
they're like
mean that mean
they're like
nothing.
Modrons,
And
sort of.
sort of, yeah. And over time, they grow to have their own sort of culture where they worship a colossus of nothing. And the idea is that since they're building to nothing, they worship the idea of building itself infinitely.
Mm,
And they no longer know or understand who they were building it for. So they build these monuments to a faceless like person because they're
mm.
like they like this is the person that created us. We don't know who they were or what they did or why we're building. So this is our effigy to them.
It does seem a little irresponsible of him, I have to
Oh
say.
yeah, he created uh guardians for mortals, but he created them to be intimidating. But the problem was is they scared the mortals who they were supposed to guard so much that people didn't want them as guardians.
Mm,
But he didn't like fix it or repurpose it. He just gave them as gifts to people to protect them. And when the people didn't want them anymore, they were just like, go, leave. And so those beings wandered off. And they became sort of like philosophers of the wild.
oh,
And they look like demons, like scary monster demons, but they are pensive like beings who sit in the wilderness or wander the wilderness and ponder like the mysteries of the world.
they're all Henry David Thoreau at the same time.
So then he created, because those didn't work out, he created another group of like these characters who are supposed to be powerful and imposing but beautiful, and they became sort of like, so of the world, the protectors before became like demons, I guess you could say, is like their best archetype, and the ones he created
Mm-hmm,
after could be like angels because it's the best archetype they match. And
mm-hmm,
the idea is that they'd be these shining protectors that people could rely on, but their vision of what was good and right got warped by their by their own beauty. Like they would see themselves as these beautiful, powerful, imposing figures. And because they saw themselves this way too, and people treated them that way, they became pompous and pretentious and created their own ideas of what is good and right. Whether that matched what they were originally like taught or not by Ferranu, they just were like, "This is what I believe. This is what I believe is right because everyone treats me like I'm right." So this whole like group of quote unquote angels were created a philosophy of what was good and right and held everyone around them, like including the mortals, to extremely high standards and became this like upper society themselves, external from the people around them. So he
right.
just did all this shit. Like these are all these things that he
Oh,
did.
God. Yeah, I mean, the sun's never done all this, just saying.
Yeah, and a lot of the religions around the sun center around it just being a life-giving source. It gives energy to the planet and it helps life grow.
You
It's
know,
very
this
simple. It's
just
it's
kind
not
of,
complex.
this doesn't just give life, it just kind of makes more of it.
Yeah, it turns it into people who don't know why they're there. Because a lot of his creation is here's the purpose for that creation. I'll create it to do that and then leave. And then after that thing is done with its purpose, it's like, now what? I'm sentient, but my
It's
purpose
like
is done. What do I do?
he's like a deist god, but he's just kind of still there, just
Yeah,
awkwardly.
so that's a lot of what happens with a lot of his creation and all that shit. Fuck, that's just him. That's just he's just one guy. But there's so Isis is a card in my deck that I was playing. Isis is YSYS, and it's pronounced the same as the other Isis. But
Hmm.
anyway, the point is that one is one of the kind of gods. One of the one. It's called the. She's called the goddess of devotion
Hmm.
because she is devoted to mortals. She is a
Oh, well, that's
servant.
nice.
She treats herself as a servant to the mortal cause, to
Oh,
making their lives good and better in any way that she can. But you have to remember the gods in this world, they have power, but they still are limited in what they can do, each of them.
Yeah.
So she can't just go like, and now I'll end world hunger, or she can't do that. But
Hmm.
she can do something. She can use her resources to make things better and help people out, and that's what she does. Um, Oros, Oros is another god who is kind of like, you could say, a god of culture is like a way it is. He is a sun god actually.
Yep.
There's a bunch of different like lore for why there are sun gods, even
Good
though,
old, good old Apollo.
yep, Oros. I mean, okay, so OG, long time ago, when I first was writing these stories, the gods were gods from our world. Like this was originally took
Oh,
place. Yeah, sorry, you activated my trap card. I'm sorry. If at any
and
point you
like
want,
they
if
and
at any,
like they were real in our world back in Greek mythology times, and then they
yes,
left because they were chased out.
sort of, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That was the original lore, but I ended up wanting to make them all my own so that I could
Hmm.
have way more creative freedom, and everything has just
Yeah.
completely changed since then. Like just like they started at that point, and then grew into all of this crazy stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
Oros was originally Apollo, but he's changed so much since then. He does fit some of the Apollo archetypes though. Like he is the friend of mortals, essentially, is the way you could
He's
say it.
just a sweet boy.
He's just a cool guy. Um, but he is like the patron of the arts. He like
Mm-hmm.
is all about people expressing themselves through music and painting and creation and games. He loves
Mm-hmm.
games, like sports and board games and like all of that stuff. Like that's him.
What
And
if he canonically invented the game that we're playing?
yeah, maybe. And I mean, that's possible. This game could. So this game, another reading of this game is a game created in the year 56 post by historians. They
Oh,
created
yep,
it to be
yep.
about what they do. That's also definitely something that could canonically be true.
Mm-hmm.
So, um, the story could be something one day. Yeah, my dude, I've been writing a novel for a while, and my novel that the parts that I have finished, which is like 6 or 7 chapters, um, and then a bunch of notes, is as long as my notes document is too. So actually, I think notes document is now longer. So they're both like super long. Like there's tons of shit going on, and that's not even everything. There's all the like, there's a bunch of lore. Get this out of my face. There's a bunch of lore that's just in these like flavor texts too that I've added as I've been thinking
Oh,
about
yeah.
stuff. So yeah,
I hope
what's
it
up?
could be like magic where you could piece the entire story together by reading all of the flavor text.
That's my hope. My hope is that not piece the entire thing together, but that you get a good idea of it and you can kind of think of what you think is going on based on it.
Hmm.
Because I think actually a lot of Magic story is almost better if you don't know it and you just read the flavor text.
Yeah, exactly. Like it used to be a lot like
More
you could
cryptic.
really piece it together.
So every single card in this game is going to have flavor text, and every single flavor text is going to be lore oriented. So that's a
That'll
bonus.
also help to keep the ability short.
Well, because of the way I've spaced out the card text, it actually doesn't affect the ability text
Oh
as
yeah.
much.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I guess it's
but yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's all. But yeah, I don't know where I was or where I was going. I just kept talking about the lore of this whole world. There's so much of it. Hi, hello there, Faranu. How are you doing? Vampire Renew, Faranu.
yes, this is canon now. This is canon lore. He's a vampire.
Oh, for sure. Well, so there are
You just have
vampires.
you don't even have to explain it or anything. You just have to add like one sentence at a random part of your novel that says, "Oh, by the way, he's a vampire."
So vampires are a thing in this universe, but
Wouldn't be
they're not.
surprised if he created them.
They're different. Like vampire is a um type of thing you can do. It's not an occupation. It would be
Oh yeah,
like,
because they are about blood. That would be
yeah.
significant.
So it's just people who drink blood.
Eh,
And people who drink blood particularly drink the blood of people who have mancy. Because if you ingest the like magical blood, like mancy blood, you
mm,
temporarily get the ability of that person.
uh, it's like Diablerie from Vampire the Masquerade.
play Vampire the Masquerade. I actually have
You
not, and I
really
don't.
do.
Yeah, I do. It's really cool. It's
There's all
super
kinds
cool.
of blood magic in that one, let me tell you.
Exactly. Um, there's a bunch of wild shit like grave robbers. There are grave robbers who dig up the organs of dead people right after they die to try and use them to make like quote unquote potions and stuff because their
You,
organs are magical.
mm,
Um, uh, there are the vampire. There are special types of vampires that there. I don't remember. I don't have a name for them yet. I think I used to, but I don't remember where I put the document that had the name of what vampires are called. But they are like a type of people. They aren't like vampires where they have like a disease that makes them need to drink blood. They're just like people who exsanguinate other people for their power.
you,
Yeah, and they store like they have a whole blood storage process where they drain someone's blood and store it and then like label it and use it or sell it based on the power.
uh,
Later on in
that
the
makes sense.
story, when you get past the death of all the gods, so most of
Mhm.
the gods get killed off in what's called the Rend.
I don't know.
They get hunted down by Soren. Not, you know, don't worry about it.
Speaking of
So
vampires,
her name is Soren, Soren, and she
yes.
is from a lineage of. It's a lot. Okay, I'm not going to go down that path. But the point is she ends up forcefully taking over a nation using
Mhm.
a squad of superheroes, you could call it, which is just a squad of mancers, but it's in a different
Some kind of
age.
suicide squad, if you will.
No, never. And they're called the Red Guard, and
Mhm.
they forcefully take over a nation.
Yeah.
Just them, just a group of like 20 of them take over the whole nation, and because they defeat their military, just those 20 people. It's a whole like story process, and then they go through a process of exterminating all of the gods.
Oh, jeez.
They wage war on the. It's called the Rend, and it's where they make a declaration where you need like it's like you either join us in the fight against the gods, or we don't support you. And if you are a god, you either surrender yourself to us or we hunt you down. And
Well,
they go through that process and they're almost successful. They don't get rid of all of the gods. A bunch of them go into hiding and get away from
mhm.
them. But these people are so powerful because of like a bunch of reasons. There's a bunch of reasons why they're powerful, but I don't want to go into right now. I
I'll
try to
take your
keep
word for it.
yeah.
Mhm.
So they go around and kill all the gods. Anyway, the time period after that, there is a Mansi user that was created by Feranu. Feranu was able to manually create a being without finding a mortal and doing a transplant, but from scratch create a living being who could use Mansi.
Oh,
So he created this being. Their name was Ryoki, and they are technically a sphinx
mhm.
based on the way he created them. But anyway, they invent a new magic system after most of the gods are dead, and it is called blood coding. Or no, it's called blood spells, and blood coding is what comes after that. So blood spells are um, you write on a piece of paper in your own blood an incantation. So this essentially comes from the blood tribes, what they were doing in this world. So you write an incantation in your blood on a piece of paper and then use it, and the blood burns off the page and does the spell.
Oh,
So every spell, every scroll, quote unquote, is one use because the blood burns off the page.
mhm.
Now that technology gets developed into blood coding later on when technology gets more advanced. And then the ability to burn any kind of blood using a like there's it's like a machine that can like uh what's it called, refine blood into like the magical usage equivalent and be able to imbue it with the ability to do spells or to do magic and stuff, and but it's through like a computer.
Uh,
So there are people who are called spellcoders, and they just essentially type up their spells using
who-
the system, and it pulls the blood straight from their veins to do the spells.
who-
Yeah, this is like way in the future too. It's like super far in the future.
I
Um,
mean, yeah, there are robots. I forgot that there were robots later.
no, the robots are actually earlier. Yeah, so like
Oh,
there are so the robots are like they're made living by magic, and their sentience comes from their programming.
there's a lot of sentience horror in this.
Yeah, there is. It's fucking sick. And that is like that starts and what in the era that is the equivalent of like 1700s for us. Like that's the era that
Mm,
that starts at. Well, I would say like 1500s to 1700s era. Like that area is where a lot of that's happening. Where people are starting to like create like where imperialism starts to rise, you know what I mean?
oh god. Aside
Then
from the imperialism of the gods showing up.
yeah. And then yeah, so then they fight for their freedom through that era, and then after
Mm,
they've essentially created their own autonomous nation called Skier. That's what how it gets called Skier is by
mm,
them taking over a region of Zuda and becoming independent from Zuda and creating their own nation. That's how that happens. And then the Mortal Wars happen after the gods step down from power, saying, "Look, we've been controlling things, and now it's time for you guys to do your own thing." Well, that doesn't work out because the gods still influence things from behind the scenes, but they're just not front facing about it. And a bunch of
mm.
wars happen then because of what they were doing. Um, but it's called the Mortal Wars because in history it's seen as the mortal leaders being immature. It's seen like that's the way it's written about, even though that's not what's happening. It's the way
Oh,
people culturally see it, is that, oh, the gods weren't in power, that's why all these wars happened.
oh,
That's like the way it gets
that makes,
culturally written about throughout time, even though that's
yeah, I would.
absolutely, yeah. But that's why they get called the Mortal Wars, because of the perception about them. And then
Oh,
the gods come back and they start running things again after a cataclysm. That's a whole nother story. This like
another cadic, it's fine.
it's fine. It's called so there's this weapon called the Guns of Summer, and the Guns of Summer gets created by Samith, who was a card in your deck. So you have Samith in your
Oh,
deck, and he was trying to create he's like an inventor scientist kind of guy who was working hard um, as a teenager in this other place away from his home to learn new technology and synthesize ideas from different parts of the world, just kind of an
mm,
exchange of ideas. And in the process, he with the people he was working with learn how to tap into another dimension, which is the realm of light. The realm of light is a dimension that lays over top the one they're in. It's fine. Don't think about it too hard. Um, well, he learns how to tap into the realm of light and draws
yeah, so I was like,
an infinite source of energy from it.
yeah, this all happened during the age called I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, the trash can. You trying to clean things up? The mess you've made.
Just, might as well. You have to simulate the experience of having to put everything in a box at the end of the
Yeah, one at a time. I mean, I can always reset
barrier.
things back to the way I had them without
I'm
having to.
pretty sure that'll fit in the trash can.
Okay, well, I'll wait.
It'll just take a minute.
I can wait. I got
Just
time. Just hold on a second.
just it's fine.
Just
Just
give it a
give
sec.
it one minute. In fact, I'll make the trash can a little bigger just to ensure that not that much bigger, but just a little bit. Just it's almost there. Okay, I'm gonna turn gravity on. Just there we go. There we go. See?
Yeah. Oh god. Oh god. Brr, brr, brr. Okay, let's get all these guys back. I mean, I don't know why we don't have to do this because it'll just.
But it's polite. TTS actually has a janitor that shows up after you leave a game,
No, no, wait,
and he
wait. I
has to
need
clean
that.
up everything. Oh.
You're just gonna throw away the things I need too.
I mean, I was just gonna throw away everything, including the table, but
Oh, okay. I guess fine. If I'm just gonna reinstate the original version. I guess
I
it's fine.
assumed you had everything. Oh no, don't throw away the magic control.
It's actually too late.
That would,
It's gone now.
that would be blasphemy. Magic conch, um, is it okay if we throw you away? No, no.
I don't want to know his answer. He's not sentient.
Well, I mean, apparently everything is. That god probably made plates of grass sentient just
Oh,
for the heck of it.
hold on. Gotta add to the
Okay,
trash.
that's a Sisyphean task right there.
I just gotta add to the trash. I just gotta
Yeah, it's fine.
I just gotta throw away everything that's in
Janitor
this.
got stuck doing that once. It wasn't pretty.
I just gotta throw away what's in the bag of holding. That's all.
I just want to keep throwing things away until the trash can explodes.
I'll throw these cards away too, I guess.
Yeah, just everything. Sometimes you just gotta start fresh, you
Yeah,
know?
make things more clean and neat. Goodbye, Magic Conch.
Okay, and now,
I'm having trouble. I don't know why this won't throw away.
um,
Wait, why is this in my hand? How did that get in my hand?
who knows?
I didn't think you could put these in
Um,
hands.
wait, if I just want everything to explode out of it. I don't know if there's a way to do that. Maybe if I delete it. No, everything's gone.
Hold on, I gotta put this in my hand. Okay, there you
The spice must flow.
go. Is that from? Is that a from the Dune board game?
It sure is.
I have never played that game.
Oh, have you seen it? I
The
thought I
board
showed it
game,
to you last
yes.
time.
I don't think you did. Did you? Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
I think so. Oh, I thought I had a frying pan in here. It's just a magnifying glass.
Oh, I love how this sound. I love the sound this makes.
Oh, yes. Oh, oh, yes. This needs to be. Oh, yes. This needs to be replicated. Oh, yes. This is just. This was what Richard Garfield intended when he invented the internet.
Ah, there you go. That's the sound.
Oh, yes. Oh, wait, there's a turn skipper. Apparently, it lets you skip your turn. Let's see if it works. Oh, God.
Just wanted more.
Is it really a game of TTS if you don't close out of it by crashing your computer?
Wait, why won't I needed to let me select all of them?
I guess you can only select so many. Wait, let me turn off gravity. What are we doing?
No. Oh God.
Yes, you're ascending. Oh no. Okay, I think that's gonna. Oh,
They sure do make a lot of
it's a
noise.
volcano. Oh my god. I feel like the spice at this point is flowing.
Holy shit.
Yes.
The spice do be flowing.
The 3 FPS on them flying
Ah,
overhead.
that's so sick. I've got a lot of FPS still. We're still doing good over here.
I just have a little laptop. It can't handle it. Well, let's do this in a nice, well-lit field.
Oh yeah, that's good. Oh, that's good.
Oh wait, we have to flick one of them into. We have to do a domino effect. Wait, can you select and then flick like all of them at the same time?
Yeah,
Is
that's
that
what I'm
something that
doing.
can? Yeah.
Yeah, it's super sick. Hold on. Okay. Flick these. That way. Holy shit, dude. I'm so sorry about your laptop, by the way.
Oh no, I think it's doing better. If we can we just do like a 2-hour live stream of just flicking things around?
Absolutely. I mean, that's the rest of this one.
What else? Oh wait. I feel like there's something I'm forgetting that you can do. That would really take things to a whole new level. Assuming, oh, I think it's about to crash.
No, mine's fine. I don't know what you mean.
It's trying.
Okay, now we're good. See, we're good. Oh man, it really is chugging. I really did it to him.
I think we're going to get a very specific Windows spice error. Oh, I fixed.
Windows Spice. Hey, you should just
Oh
zoom
God,
in.
I think you flicked me. I'm moving across the screen
Hell yeah.
without meaning to. Okay, I think I can move now. Let's see if I can end this hell for a brief moment. Wait, let's make gravity really high.
Oh my god. No, it doesn't work.
They're all falling.
Hold on.
Oh God. Wait, is it? Oh, I guess they're all just like magnetized to the. Okay, let's just make gravity just normal. How about just normal gravity? Let's just lock physics while we're at it. Nothing can move unless you move it.
What just happened? Where did it go? Where did the block of. Yeah. It's
It
moving as
went.
one piece.
It went to a place that has no name. Wait, I just want to spawn something and then just launch it through this wall.
That's smart, yeah. Where did the giant, like, chunk go that I. Oh, it's up here. How do I shoot downward? That's not doing it.
Um, okay, physics are back, despite my best efforts.
No, this is just a block now. It doesn't. It doesn't. I made
Speaking
it.
of
I made it
blocks,
one object.
let's just make a green triangle and make it really big. No.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
Okay, blue rectangle this time. Okay, now we're gonna take a very precise shot.
Okay, well, I didn't want to go. All right.
Flawless. Absolutely.
Pathetic.
This is how much spice you need to win the game.
Is that true?
Yes,
I've never played Spice.
spice the game.
Yeah, I've never played the game Spice.
You've never played Spice Girls, the board game?
No, it sounds amazing. Well,
It
there it
probably
goes.
exists.
Okay, need the spice
Okay,
ones.
now all we need is one single metal marble. I don't know why the sound effects are so funny, specifically at 11 o'clock.
On a Thursday. This weird chunk that I've created here.
It's so cursed.
Doesn't it doesn't just separate. It's just a chunk of
They're
them.
just, they're just a unit. They're a family. It's about family.
Fuck them, I guess.
I'm going. I'm going to. I'm going to try to count all of them
One by one. Go ahead.
on this calculator. Wait, where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Okay. So
Seems like it's gonna be pretty hard for you, huh?
I'm going to add that one plus this one. Where's the plus? There it is. Plus this one. It's not adding. It just keeps being zero.
Is there a problem?
I
Is there a
lost. I
problem?
lost count. Hold
Is there a problem?
on. No, you're fine. No, my calculator. How will I count all of these? My calculator's flying away.
Sir,
My computer's like, please let me die.
I no longer wish to play this game, please. That's what the computer said. Please, I beg
Wait,
you, be
wait,
done with
hold
this.
on. Wait, hold on. I know something we can do to
Yeah, chess.
deliver ourselves. It's not just chess. We're gonna play extreme chess. That means no rules. Anything goes.
Okay, okay, okay. Oh, wow, okay. Damn.
Oh, okay. For my turn, I'm going to just make my king really big. Okay,
Sure, 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 sure. Yeah, I've seen this one before. I've seen this one before.
it's a classic. They did it on the Queen's Gambit.
Yeah, yeah, no, hold on one second. One second. Um, uh, okay, here you go.
Oh my God.
What? No, wrong color.
Yes, you gave me one. Yeah.
No! Shit. Wait, why doesn't it change color? Okay, he's dead too. I actually get a second turn because I fucked up, so
That's absolutely true. It says it right here.
it goes over here. This goes here. Apply. It's not the correct color. I hate this. Well, let's just say he's mine, and he upgrades my knight. So
Okay, that is
here
absolutely
you go.
fair. For my turn, I'm going to do something along these lines where this has no
Yeah.
effect on gameplay, but there
I
you
don't
go.
know, but it's very intimidating. Yeah, that's a
I
pretty
would
good
just
play.
be careful about it if I were you.
No, yeah, no. Ooh, okay. That's gonna be about 25 cents, I think.
Oh yes, well, um, I think it's about time for me to make another move. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to abolish the whole sort of board situation,
Sure,
and
sure.
it's just going to be like
Yeah, no, that checks out. Okay. My queen goes on a date with your king.
um, that's really sweet. I like that.
Yeah.
Um, I ship them,
Okay. Well,
even
they're
though
over
he,
here now.
even though he's literally 20 feet tall.
That's fine. Hey,
It's
what are you
fine. We'll make
judging?
it
You're
work.
judging their relationship?
She's into that.
Yeah,
Um,
she likes when he's bigger than her.
okay, yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna I'm gonna start playing some hip hop and rap, if you don't mind,
Yeah,
actually.
go ahead. Yeah, yeah, that checks out.
Um,
Okay, good turn actually. Good move. Okay. So for my turn, I'm gonna roll for initiative. Ooh, with my dex, that's not gonna be great. That's an 11.
uh, typical.
Yeah. Sorry, that's what happens when I play druid.
I mean, you've rolled an 11. Like, I think that means that. Hold on, let me consult the rulebook here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me just consult the
Hmm,
official rules of this game.
excuse me.
Um, hold on, I may need to actually be able to. I may need to actually be
Hold
able
on,
to read this.
hold on. I need to look at this. Judge, judge, judge. I think this is an illegal play.
Hold on, I'll get the judge. Hold on,
Yeah, bring out the judge.
judge.
Okay, judge. I believe this is an illegal play. Is this an illegal play? No. Fuck. Okay.
Well, okay,
That.
there you
Oh, it
go.
resolves. It resolves. That resolves.
But seeing as how it's opposite day, I think we can actually disregard that.
Wait, is it? Hold on. Is it opposite day?
Um, but we'll, but that's, but
Ask the person to your right. There's no one to
um,
my right.
well, I'm to your right, and I say, uh, ask again later.
Okay,
So it's your
fuck.
turn now.
Okay, so this is still in limbo then, right? We don't know if it's
Yes,
opposite day or
yes.
not, so we don't know if that
We
works
we
or
just
not.
going we're just going to have to completely ignore that until the game is over and pretend that it didn't happen.
Okay, move pawn. Go ahead.
Okay. Now I'm gonna need a minute or two to think about this.
Yeah, go ahead. Take your time you need. Although we are on a timer, so
I'm extremely. I don't think I've ever been as intimidated by a pawn as much as I am right now. Like,
he works out.
just pure caustic energy radiating from this
Yeah.
pawn is
He
terrifying.
he's
So
been working out. He's been working out. He's
I
got
think what
gone
I'm
to the
gonna
gym.
do is I'm gonna do something like this.
You know, that's really fucked up. He's been working hard. I don't think he deserves to be treated that way.
Well,
The rook backs him up. The rook backs him up. That's fucked up of you.
okay. Well,
I'm
there's
so
nothing I
sorry
can do
about
about that
this.
one, except there is
So
because
hold on. Rook.
I'm
Rook
going to
is
give
gonna.
him.
The rook is gonna protect my little guy here.
I'm going to give him a little. There.
Okay. What does that
It could
do?
help you.
I
It
haven't
could
read.
hurt you.
I have not read this. Is it a mystery? Do we not know what this one does?
This is actually
Do I have to call
called
the judge
a
again?
hat.
A hat. Hold on,
That is
Google.
the only gameplay text that is
I'm gonna
written
Google
about it.
Gameplay. I have to Google it real quick. I'll be right back. Gameplay text hat. Gameplay text hat. Gameplay text hat. Images. Gets me a I love gaming hat and a real quick. Women fear me, fish fear me, men turn their eyes away from me as I walk. No beast dare make a sound in my presence. I am all alone on this barren earth. So
Conch, can you verify this?
that's the text. God damn it.
Johnny, can you verify this?
1 sec. I gotta flip over. Nope, you stopped it. Okay.
It was
I'm,
we were entering the Baroque phase of this game. Okay.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I actually think that that's kind of fucked up. I mean, it's a legal play. You can make this play, but I'm gonna take 2 actions if that's okay.
Yes, I think I will allow that.
Okay, so then what I need is, hey, chill. Wait a second. I'm taking my turn. 1 sec. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's probably fine. We're gonna grab. Yeah, so I get 1 orc and 1 cyclops out of that.
That is absolutely accurate. You would have gotten 2 if it was Tuesday, but it's not.
I don't even know if that's true. It's been a while since I played
Also,
that.
keep in mind we only have 3 turns until the King and Queen's day is over, and Funky Mode is triggered at that point.
Okay, so no more fish hat. Gotcha. Okay. Oh, sorry.
Okay, so we're gonna have to do something about
I don't. Okay, sorry. That I didn't mean to do that as my game action. It is your turn, but I did need to adjust where they were on the field because Cyclops I can only play in the back, and Orc has to be in the front.
Okay, so what I'm going to have to do here is distract the Cyclops with a martini. In fact.
Oh fuck, he loves martinis. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I fucking hate martinis. I shouldn't have picked the Cyclops. I shouldn't have done that one.
Honestly, rookie mistake.
No, I know.
No pun intended.
It's been a while. Look, I've been working on my own game design, and
That is absolutely true.
It's hard to go back to this. So we'll just move. We'll move 2 pawns. They're brothers. They get to move together. So we'll just go with that.
That's absolutely true to Mario and Luigi.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to invoke something quite drastic here because the date is almost over for the King and Queen.
One more turn.
So I'm gonna have to put Bidoof in here.
I don't. Okay. Okay. I know what to do. I know what to do from here. Okay.
Okay, the date is over. They're back on the board.
Bring them back in, yeah.
Where they were born.
Excuse me. Sorry. Okay. No, it's supposed to.
The result of their date will be known in another round.
Okay, the queen.
They haven't decided yet.
No, the queen does need to go actually here. God of Fate. Okay. No, I still have a play. Hold on, I still have a play. You need to wait. Hold your turn. I can do this. Give me 1 moment while I go ahead and grab this. This is gonna take me a little bit, so just wait. You can check in on the queen and king while I'm doing that.
I'm going to take 15 turns while you're doing that, if you don't mind.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, okay, hold on.
Don't worry, I'll 15... only use it to spawn. I'll only use it to spawn.
You don't get 15 full turns. Okay? You get 15 moves. That's not the same as 15 turns.
Then in that case, I will just spawn 15 bullets.
Yeah, that's fine. That shouldn't be a problem for me.
There we go.
I've dealt with that before, so.
Yes.
Okay, open it up.
Very standard.
Well, I mean, when the game's gone pretty long compared to what I'm used to, so I think we're still in this. Okay, so I need one more. Okay, I just need one top deck. Let's go. That is an orphan farmer. That is an orphan farmer. That does
Oh,
not do it. That does not do it. Okay.
okay. I
It's back.
understand.
Okay, so before your turn starts, orphan farmer triggers. Let me go ahead and finish. Finish resolving orphan farmer. Yeah, we'll stock that. Um,
Okay.
before your
As
turn
far as
starts, before your turn starts,
yes.
we need to Queen and King. Queen and King.
Oh
Oh,
yes,
I
we
already
need to resolve their
resolved
relationship
their.
status.
So hold on. D6 or D20. We have another 9. Oof. Okay, okay. So they didn't hate the date, but they
But
wouldn't
like,
necessarily
yeah,
go on another, you know?
you know how it is.
Yeah, that sucks. That sucks. Okay, that's not what I
We're
was
gonna
hoping.
have to kill each other now, which is really a shame.
Yeah, when I put them on the date, I was hoping it would go better than that. Okay, so Queen's over here.
Oh, oh well.
She's gonna probably go look for someone else to date. Maybe actually, hold on. I actually have the option of this. One second. King, you're fine.
She could actually go out
Hold on.
with
Here you
George
go.
Washington if she really wanted to.
Yeah, but no one likes presidents, so no.
That's absolutely
Okay.
true.
Another date. Another date. I have to do
Oh,
it. It's my
that
only
is
move.
an
Another date.
excellent idea.
Another date. All right, your
Okay.
go. Your turn.
The king, this will make him very upset,
Hop.
but you know, it's fine. Um, okay, now I did not expect, I have to say, this turn of events. So I'm just going to have to start doing some board control here. I think these cats that were previously a knight, I think they're a little too powerful. You're gonna try to sneak them in later when I'm not looking. So I'm gonna have to lock them out of the rest of existence forever.
Fine. Okay.
And also
Okay.
I'm gonna
Okay.
do this. Your turn.
Okay. I don't actually know how that helps you in this situation. It's kind of just rude. Orc is going to attack Bidoof.
It was just rude. Thank you. Oh my
Orc is
god, it's
attacking
attacking
Bidoof.
Bidoof.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I know it's a
That is
risky
a
play, but I
bold,
think that
bold move.
and we get for
Oh,
it 13. Does 13 hit? Does 13 hit? It's 13 plus 2. 15. Does 15 hit?
Bidoof's armor class is actually Infinity,
Infinity. Okay, I knew that
so
actually. I knew that actually. Never
Infinity
mind.
encompasses the number 15, so it does hit.
That makes sense. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Roll for damage. Hold on. Let me get out the roll for damage.
I
This is
really didn't think
tense.
that would hit.
No. Anyway, back to the music.
Okay. Yes, yes.
Okay. Sorry. Sorry. Could you let me resolve damage real quick?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'll just take a bonus action to teleport us to a cathedral really quick.
Okay, that makes sense. All right. We need 4d8. No, 2d8. Sorry. That's fine. I only need 2. 2d8. That is going to be 5 plus strength. It should be 7. 7 damage to Bidoof. 7 damage to It's your turn after that.
Yes. I really should have been paying attention because
You're kind of locked in a
just
corner at this
frankly,
point.
it's really rough. My bishop. How did he get there?
God damn
Okay.
it.
He's going to equip these bullets.
Yeah. Okay.
They're equipped, just take my word for it.
Yeah.
And he's going to move directly over here because he's the waiter at the date.
Why does he need the bullets? What is going on?
A magician never
Is this
reveals
an
his secret
assassination
to him.
attempt? Shit, I better get
Don't worry
someone
about
over there.
it. Just don't worry about it.
I don't think I have anyone available at the time.
It'll take a turn
Oh,
to
no,
resolve,
no, no,
but you know.
no. Okay, Orc's busy with God of Fate. The pawns can't go. They don't have the expertise. The brothers are busy moving forward in life. Okay, I can do this. They had a fight when they were younger. They've resolved it since they've got to this point, but that doesn't mean that they're prepared. Okay,
That doesn't mean it's resolved in gameplay terms.
Right. And my only option is locked. The cat's locked. I don't know. I don't know.
You
could,
could,
know what to
however,
do.
there is a play I will point out.
Yeah.
You could simply remove the lock token with your fingers from the board, and it would no longer be there.
That's a legal play. That's a legal play. Okay, but then I have to take my whole turn removing the lock token, and it is. What if the waiter kills my queen in that time?
Well, That would certainly be tragic, wouldn't it?
It's my only play. I'm locked out. Okay. Okay, go. Go. It's your turn. We'll see what
Okay,
happens.
the bishop over here.
Yeah.
Okay, he is going to serve each of them a martini.
What? What? My opponent whiffed. My opponent
Each
literally
of those
bricked.
martinis
My opponent literally
contains a
bricked.
bullet.
No! No! No, impossible!
And as a
Oh
bonus
my
action,
god!
he's also
Martini
going to
into
play them
bullet.
some romantic music
God.
on a ukulele. Here we go. He's playing a beautiful song for
Yeah.
them, and they're about to take their sips.
I
Your
cannot
turn.
believe. I cannot believe I just lost to Martini into bullet. I cannot believe this. Of all the strategies to lose to, okay, we still have
It's
more
really a
turns.
classic. You never see it coming because it's always under the radar,
I
you know
mean,
what
I
I mean?
should concede right here, but we still have a couple more turns, so.
Exactly.
Okay, so yeah, that hits tails. Okay, tails. So, I mean, cat. Yeah, I mean, cat moves to the restaurant, but it's too late now. They already have their drinks.
I mean, cats do have a little known ability where they can actually just knock things off of shelves and things.
It doesn't matter. They already drank.
So it's possible.
No, it's just, I don't know. Yeah, that's literally my move. That's really my move. So
Well, I think at this point I can actually go in for my final move,
yeah,
which
yeah.
is to turn it into backgammon. I
Okay,
take it.
sure. 5. So so 1,
Ah, you
2,
won. Good game.
3, 4, 5. Go.
You won.
How did I win?
Good
It's still
game.
we're still playing.
No, because the rules say if you do this in this exact configuration, you win. I should have
That's
realized that if I turn it into backgammon and then it was your turn, you can immediately do that and win.
that seems like bullshit. I think you're lying to me. That's okay. Go.
Magic Hunch.
Yeah.
Did Johnny win?
Fucking
You don't have an
insane.
owner.
Get out of here. You're of no use to us anymore. Can't answer a damn question. Okay, never mind. We didn't play that one instead. Let's go
Oh yes, that was
cards.
all just practice, didn't you know?
No, that's how this game works. I've played it a million times before. King, go.
Okay, King, go.
That's what I thought. I knew you would do that. They always do that. They literally always do that. Okay.
I know, like every time. I didn't want to be
Uh,
hackneyed, but
no, that's true. That's true. I don't know. King, I guess. Go.
hmm, I'm gonna say King, go.
Okay. Okay. I've seen that before. That's a pretty good one. I'm gonna go king me.
Oh, okay,
Go.
okay. Oh, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say,
Hmm.
what the fuck is it?
Did
I'm
I
gonna
get you?
say,
Did I already get you?
oh, don't worry.
You don't got it. You don't have it. You don't have it. Oh my god. Come on. King. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's
Hey,
fine. King, go. Okay, my turn. I got this. I know exactly what I was gonna play. I'm just super fast with it, so you should keep up
I
my
know,
incredible
I'm getting
skills.
old.
There you go. King, go.
Oh wow. It has a 6, a 5, a
Uh huh.
4, and another 5 on it.
Yep. Yep.
That's
Yep.
almost all of the numbers
That
in the
generally
English
ends it.
language.
Oh, also when I play him, I get to reject a card and play. So, this
But
king's
you
gone.
really didn't. Oh my god.
King's gone.
How dare you reject that card as soon as I gained control of it?
Yeah. So it's your play though.
I am
Do you even have a play
I'm
left?
going to have to do something I didn't want to have to do,
How dare you?
frankly.
No, 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 no. How? How do you have another play?
You'd be surprised.
Yeah, I am surprised. I literally just said that. Okay, okay, okay. Uh, uh, no, that doesn't count. That doesn't count. I think you might have got me. No, why isn't there more? Oh,
You have exactly 47 seconds left before you immediately surrender
no, 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 no.
unconditionally.
I'll replay the other king. Does that does that work?
Mm, I mean,
That's not a legal play. Shit. Okay, okay. Then
I
let's.
think the rules say that everything is a legal play. So
Shit, 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 shit. Google King. There. There you go. That's my play. King.com.
okay, well, that is certainly an option, I will have to admit. Um, I'm going to invoke the King Candy rule, where we play a game of Candyland, and whoever gets to King Candy first claims the King Candy.
That's a stretch. I don't think that works. I'm gonna give you half a point on that one.
Well, here we go. Watch carefully.
Hold
I'm
on.
going all the way to Quailon.
Jesus.
Why did they name her that?
Grandma Nut. That's so fucking good.
They knew what they were doing.
Grandma Nut. It'd be like that, dude. Holy shit, you're crushing me.
I have improved since our last game.
Yeah, that's true. Never mind.
Oh
Just
no,
kidding.
I'm
Get
going back to
done.
Gumdrop Pass.
Holy shit, you suck at this game. Damn. Wow. You can't even
I can't
try.
believe. Why is that card even in my deck?
Why is that card even in my deck?
Next thing you know, I'll have a gingerbread man.
Going all the way back to the beginning? No, peppermint. Oh my god. Dude!
This game really does demonstrate the
So
futility of
brutal.
life. Oh no,
I'm up here now. I don't
not
think.
Queen Frostine. Wait, when did she become Princess Frostine? What kind of garbage? She's
Honest.
Queen Frostine.
I
What's the
don't.
point if she's not Queen Frostine?
Yeah, nice one.
No, you're going to claim King Candy
I'm doing
unless you
super
unless you
well.
draw a grandma nut.
Let me just draw that nut.
Oh, you lose a turn.
Ah,
Yes. No. No.
dude, so easy.
No.
So fucking
No,
easy.
I lose a turn.
So fucking easy.
No.
Piece of
No.
cake. You're free.
Now
You're
it's your
free.
turn again.
You're free. All right, my turn. I think I'm gonna go ahead and play. There you go. Go ahead.
Now, this to me does not really resemble a king per se.
I mean, it's interpretive, I guess.
Magic con never mind. Um, okay. Well, this is certainly is certainly something. Oops. I really shouldn't have risked that Candyland. I knew I couldn't have gotten it.
The new $2 cheesy double beef burritos. A 3-cheese blend with melty nacho cheese sauce and double the season.
What?
There you go.
Is this an ad for Raid Shadow Legends?
Yo! Holy crap!
There you go.
Gundrick said it was 44 tiles.
There you go.
You win.
Welcome. Hope you're having a nice day, whether you're watching
hope you're having
during
a nice
stream
day.
or you're watching in the future
I've been
in the form
falling.
of a video.
I
This is
think
a
I
map
won.
you've probably all seen many, many times. It does look a little different, doesn't it? But this
That Candyland. I need to get better at it.
Anyway.
Oh god.
Where's your king now?
The kid's gone nowhere came from Centaur World.
I should go to bed.
We should probably we should probably both do something along those lines.
Yeah, but you know,
You know, just whenever.
go.
Okay, I might have missed there. Oh wait, this can only be played with low gravity. Okay, this is the final battle. There are also no rules in this game. This is a game that runs on vibes. Rude.
No, fuck, shit. No, no, get back here. Shit, stop! I can't control them.
We should stream we should make the title like playing chess
And then just
and we
play
just
a
do
game
this.
of it.
Okay, I think at this point we can conclude that the Magic Conch won.
Okay, Magic Conch. Bring out the Magic Conch real quick.
Magic Conch, you won. I mean, wait, it has to be yes or no.
Did I win?
Oh
Ask
my
my
God.
owner. Why does he keep giving us that answer? I don't want that answer anymore.
It's like it's trying to tell us something, honestly.
Duh. Magic Conch. Did I win? No. Fine. Okay, fine. You won.
Wait,
Bye.
did I win?
Probably.
Oh.
It's unclear,
Yeah.
but you maybe you probably did. But
I can never take home a definite W. It's always
no. Yeah, I guess in a manner of speaking, I guess you won.
You could
Yeah,
say that.
kind. In a way, you could say that.
I'll take it.
All right. Cool. That was fun.
Yes, that was the deepest gameplay experience I've experienced.
Yeah, one of these days I'll try and. Oh, did I lose frames?
That was probably the best since the Miss Peacock Armada went up against Mrs. White.
I wonder if us making infinite Spice Must Flow tokens killed my stream for a little bit. I lost frames at some point.
Oh my god. Maybe we should run a test later, see how fast we can kill it.
Let's see. It won't show me the data. Let's see. When did I drop frames?
I
Oh well.
think I'm just going to sacrifice the magic conch on an
Whoa.
altar. Wait, this isn't the whole altar. Where's the whole thing?
I'm gonna end stream.